Boogotti NYC. Yes, that's right. It's Tuesday. Time to get it in, you guys. July the 14th. Ain't time just flying by so fast. I hope everybody out there is having a fantastic day. Let's do what we got to do. Let's double tap that screen to get those likes up early so I can let you guys know, yes, we are giving out merch today. If we can get those likes up to 300 likes today, we're going to be giving you guys merch. That's going to be 6 Our Bottom Line keychains and 6 Our Bottom Line decals, y'all. Come on in. All we got to do is reach that 300 mark. It's time to do it, you guys. It's Tuesday. Hope everybody's having a fantastic day. Let me know if you guys can hear me. You guys see what's going on today with the poll. If we can get that done, we're going to be doing a Q&A this Friday for 30 minutes. And we're going to tell you guys a little more about that after we get this camera straight. Let's go ahead and do what we got to do over here, y'all. It's your boy Boogotti NYC. Come on in, everybody. Come on in. Hope everybody can see me and hear me loud and clear. Let's get a check over here when it comes down to audio and video as well. Come on in, you guys. Come on in. How you doing, Liberty? I see Jack's in the building. Who else we got in here? Miss Keisha, congratulations. Was determined not to let them push me out. Okay, cool. Keep on doing what you got to do. Thank you so much, Miss Swanza. Yeah, let's do what we got to do over here and see what we got going on with this, excuse me, with this video over here. Try to straighten this out just a little touch, just a touch. Loving a little bit. There we go. There we go. That's what we're doing this morning, you guys. I'm hoping everybody's ready to go. It's time to do it. Come on in. Come on in. Don't worry about me. I'm just setting the stage for us so that everybody can have something to do so that we can get this show on the road. Time to get those prayers in the air before anything, though, because that's job number one. Let's get those prayers in the air. Glad that we can see the entire screen. It's time to go now. Let's do what we do, guys. Let's go. Thank you. Appreciate you guys. Let's go. It's time to do it. Trump says, show me the money to pass through the strait. That's right, the Strait of Hormuz. Iran is saying that they're not shutting this war down and the Strait of Hormuz is closed, but Trump has other words and other ideas, talking about basically going there, setting up a security camp. I don't know what you guys think about that, but let's get into it this morning. But first, let's get those prayers in the air for everybody that's here. Come on in, come on in. When you get a chance, tap on the poll and let us know what you think about today's poll. Also, let's get those prayers in the air. We're praying for happiness. We want to pray for health. We want to pray for respect as well as love, understanding, friends, family. Also, we can't forget about our understanding each other and giving ourselves some time when it comes down to thinking before we do things. That's right, you guys. Give yourself some time before you do something. Don't act out off of feelings. Act out off of thoughts. Let's keep on moving forward. Who we praying for this morning? Money Tree. I see Jonathan and Rebecca Langen in the building. Also, Scooter Ginger, Miss Keisha. Liberty and Justice is here also with Mark Dorfman. Casey Ramos, my brother. Rebecca Langen, Bueno Chama, and from Grand Rapids, Michigan. Who else do we have over here? I see Jonathan Burks in the building right now. Okay, G-Man. Jack, I hope you're doing well as well. Want to pray for VG. Can't forget about my sis. How you doing, Liberty and Justice? Hope you had a fantastic evening as well as my brother Casey Ramos. Miss Swanza, how you doing out there, you guys? Money Tree, what's going on? I hope you guys can hear me loud and clear. Jack Welsh, can't forget about Tony Wright. Who else we got in here this morning? Amanda. Okay, we got Dilly up in the building that we're praying for as well. Can't forget about Mark Dorfman, Jack as well. Can't forget about, let's see, I got some other people coming in. Brad. Can't forget about me. How about Jeffrey Spilker. We can't forget about Mark Dorfman. Colessive, Winter Rising, Rebecca Lanyan Bueno, Batty Lynn. Can't forget about all of the mods, everybody that holds it down over here. Miss Swanza as well. Can't forget about, let's see, Liberty and Justice as well, even though I already said it. Bustin' Dustin and Jack Welshana and Luigi and myself. Amen, you guys. It's time to get this thing going. I think it's time to start the show. I'm ready to go. They're ready to go. I said it's time to start the show. I hope you're ready, yo, 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 yo. And we wind it up. Poo, 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 poo. Wind it up. Doo, 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 doo. Wind it up. Because it's 6 o'clock somewhere. I think it's 6 o'clock here. That's why I had to hurry up. Come on, let's start the show. I'm ready to go. Come on, it's time to start this show. Let me fix my little thing here. That's probably why you're giving me time. I appreciate that. Now let's do it, okay? You ready? Let me see. Okay. Olay. And we gotta open up those pores. We gotta open up those pores. We gotta open up those. It's Tuesday the 14th. That's right, y'all. 2026. Said I'm your host, Boogotti NYC, and this here's our bottom line. Where we be talking about this and that and chat and this and this and that. When we be talking about this and that and chat and this and this and that, just got me lit. Hope everybody's having a fantastic morning, you guys. That's right, it's Tuesday, you guys. That's right, the 14th. Oh, how time flies when you're having fun. You know what I really realize, you guys? It's not about time flying when you're having fun. You know why time flies for most of us? Because we pay the bills. That's right. Every time you look around, it's the first of the month. And you're like, wait a minute, I thought it was just the first. That's why it's going by fast for us if we really think about it. Let's keep on moving forward. I'm hoping everybody's having a fantastic morning today. I'm charged up. I got a good show lined up for you guys. We got trending topics, current events, and the health and wellness section with some real good information coming in for you guys this morning. And yes, we had a real good day yesterday. Got a couple of announcements that we're going to be making about the Show Your Talent search. That's right, you guys. We confirmed some dates and we're going to be getting it on. But without any further ado, let's do it how we normally do it. Are you guys ready? I got 5 on it. I'm going to stack 5 videos at a time. All I'm going to ask you guys to do is stay on topic, stay on point. Let me know where you're chiming in from. Love to see those flags waving in the air. Why? Because that's how I know what to go look for comments and where to go look for new news at. Also, do us a favor as well. Let's also try to stay on topic. This way it makes for a good show. And don't worry about the trolls. We got a lot of people in here to handle those guys. It's time to get into it, you guys. It's our bottom line time. Yes, you guys, let's do it. So now what else I'm going to say is this. Let's get into those titles. Let's get into these titles, you guys. Let's go. What do we have going on here besides the fact that this is rated the #1 live YouTube show on YouTube? Yeah, just had to let you guys know that. Keep on moving forward because we also have Trump that says, show me the money to pass through the Strait of Hormuz. That's right, you guys. Instead of being out there saying, okay, we're coming to peace, we're going to end this thing. As you guys know, Iran did not do that. So now what's happening is Trump had to make a couple more countermeasures, 3 different strikes, as well as now saying they're taking over the Straits of Hormuz with a real serious thought of possibly making sure that we do it by charging tolls and giving the money back some other kind of way. We're going to get into the information as well as explain everything that's going on with that. Also, we've got Mom Dami, na is a supercat, nana, he's a dam dami, na is a supercat, nana, he's a dam dami, na is a supercat, nana, he's a dam dami. Dame. There you guys, you see it already. Zorhan Mamdani is asked about the millionaires and how he plans to attract them. As you already know, they've raised the rates for millionaires, raised the rates for second homes and third homes, calling them luxuries. So now the millionaires have left. So now when asked this question at a town hall meeting, Mamdani didn't really have too much to say about attracting new millionaires to try to make up for the millions or billions of dollars that we've already lost. Let's keep on moving forward because last but not least, what do we have here? We've got why is a Georgia family facing losing their home? That's right, you guys. One of these Georgia families, it's heartbreaking to see this little girl sitting in the front of her house crying because she's about to lose, her family's about to lose their home and their land to an AI data center because the company says they need that space in order to run cables through there. Can you guys believe this? So now it's affecting people's homes. They're telling them there's no alternative. If you don't leave, we're going to take it anyway. So now they're telling them, tell us how much you want to charge us for your property, and then you got to kick a rock for a block. Sucks. We got stuff like that happening all over the world. Not really being reported too much, but we're going to report it over here. Let's keep on moving forward. Grab your water, your tea, and your 55 coffee house. And let's do our thing over here and bring up these first stories. Hope this is not going to be too strong for you guys right now, because we're going straight out. We're going to bring you guys some breaking news right now from Bangkok, where there's public fires that sends panicked patrons running. You guys be ready for this one, because we're starting off the show kind of hot and heavy on this one. I can't even believe people ran out of this place. That's right, Bangkok. People running out of a club, nightclub, restaurant, didn't even know that it was gonna, boom, go aflame. Let's get into it, you guys. Let's go. Now this is some real dramatic eyewitness footage that shows flames erupting from this entrance of this pub in Bangkok as patrons rush to escape the blaze. As you guys saw, there was a big burst of flames and somebody came after that with a whole bunch of hair too. God must be with her. God bless her. Let's keep going. So at least 27 people lost their lives and a dozen more were injured after the fire broke out on July the 12th in the city's Chetaka district. Now, if that doesn't look like Godzilla's in there spraying the hellfire, I don't know what that looks like. That's crazy right there. I'm talking about ridiculous right there. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys. Now, authorities said that many survivors fled towards the back of the venue as thick smoke filled the pub, with officials reporting that there were no fire escapes. I think also what we can take from this is, if any ladies and gentlemen plan on traveling anywhere, you want to probably not think about just the fact that it's a nice little club, but look around and just make sure that it's not overfilled, and look at the exit ways as well. Probably not a way that you want to be entertained, but probably another way to stay precautious. Yes, you guys, that's in Thai, Bangkok, a restaurant pub went up in flames, you guys. Yeah, we're going to do our prayers, of course, for everybody who lost their lives in that tragedy. And we want to pray for all of the people who have been injured and hurt. Also want to see that hopefully they can get 100% recovery when it comes down to their pain and their recovery. Also the mental, as a lot of mental issues that they're going to be dealing with as well. Probably scared to go to another club or another outing as well. I want to pray for everybody in this situation, you guys. Amen. Let's keep on going. We got to go. Got more to do. Let's get on over to Washington, where Trump is basically, let me see this one right here. Let me just make sure that we're right on that. Yeah, we got to get on to more Trump information, because now he's basically saying he's getting even with everybody who wronged him during this Iran WAR. Come on, you guys. Let's get it going. It's time to get this early news out. Let's go. Good morning.
We've heard from US President Donald Trump, and he said that they were hitting Iran very hard, launching strikes for the third consecutive night. Now, Trump has declared that US forces will move to control the Strait of Hormuz and charge all ships a 20% cargo fee for passage, claiming that the United States will act as the guardian of the Hormuz Strait. He posted this on Truth Social, saying, "The USA will be from this point forward known as the guardian of the Hormuz Strait, but as such and as a matter of fairness will be reimbursed at the rate of 20% on all cargo shipped."
So he's basically saying, yeah, we'll go out there and guard the strait so that you guys can get through, but we're going to need 20% of whatever's coming through on those cargo ships. Whoa.
Any and all costs necessary to do the job of providing safety and security to this very volatile section of the world. The process and formation will begin immediately. Jonathan, how's this going to work?
Well, I'm not sure exactly how it's going to work, but I can tell you this: Trump had enough. He had stopped the war. in the hope of lowering, gas prices in the United States and sort of stabilizing things. And in the memorandum of understanding that he had agreed to with Iran, he'd basically given them a big gift. But they wouldn't play ball. They wouldn't go along with it. They kept, treating him as if he was Barack Obama or Joe Biden, and kept doubling down and provoking and making it clear, and it was clear, I think, to anybody who knew anything about Iran before this, that they would never seriously negotiate. They would not end the war. They would not give up any of their ambitions. And he's had enough, and he's going to, and typically in Trumpian style, when they said they would charge, he's like, well, you're going to charge, we'll charge.
Yep, let's keep on going, you guys. That's how that flipped over. Now let's keep on seeing what's happening here, because there's always going to be a lot of back and forth. I told you from the beginning of this situation, I never felt that they were going to be able to settle. Just didn't want to double down on it because I just wanted to see how it was going to play out. But I don't think that they're going to be a regime that's going to be that intent on settling. Let's keep on going, because now Trump basically drops his massive plan that could shake up these oil markets. Let's see what he's talking about when it comes down to controlling the strait and getting the 20% out there, you guys.
We had a deal. It was a done deal. And then they broke it. They always break it. We've had 10 deals with these people. And so we're just going to hit them very hard. And we're going to keep the strait, and we'll probably run it. We'll become the guardian of the strait. Maybe we'll call it the guardian angel of the strait. And we should be reimbursed for that. They're a bad group of people. They've been this way for a long time. And right now they're getting their kicked.
The world's most important oil choke point remains at the center of renewed fighting between the U.S. and Iran.
Check out those prices, you guys. Look at those prices, look at those prices, and look at those stock numbers right now. Check it out.
President Trump says the U.S. is taking over the strait as oil markets brace for escalation. Welcome to the Big Money Show. I'm Taylor Riggs, along with my co-host.
Nope, I just wanted you to hear it from the horse's mouth, because the president basically said it himself. He just explained why he's doing what he's doing. Why did he say it, you guys? What did he say he was doing? Because every time they try to negotiate, they go back on their word. His words, not mine, just reciting them so that we can be clear. Let's keep on going, you guys. We got to get on over to Washington as President Trump orders flags to fly at half-staff as we honor Lindsey Graham and backs Lindsey Graham's sister for Senate seat. That's right. He's going up for his sister to take over the Senate seat. See what's going on, you guys, right here. Double tap that screen. Let's go.
I just missed my friend.
President Trump has ordered flags to fly at half-staff across the nation in the senator's honor. He called into Fox and Friends this morning and had this to say about Graham's ability to reach across the aisle.
He was a great guy. He was a friend. He would call me all the time. He would I'd say, stop calling me Lindsay. It was amazing. He just didn't stop. And he was a worker. He was a total workaholic politician. Some people don't call that work. Some people call that a lot of talking. But everybody loved him. He was good on the other side. If I had Democrat problems, he could solve them. He was a man of all different abilities, actually, and he was a nice man.
Several Democratic senators paying their respects. Virginia's Mark Warner writing, Graham never lost his ability to connect. Massachusetts' Elizabeth Warren saying, Graham was always willing to negotiate with humor and wit. And Minnesota's Amy Klobuchar adding, it was about his love for the world. Several world leaders have chimed in as well. Canadian Prime Minister Mark Carney saying that the senator stood in defense of democracy. German Chancellor Friedrich Merz adding simply, I will miss him. And Ukrainian President Zelensky mourning that America and the world have lost a determined leader.
Woo! Let's keep on going, you guys. That was a sad one right there. I know people probably think in their own way. They had their own way of thinking about Lindsey Graham. But again, another politician, a good person, at least to his own people and his own following. Let's even see what Cory Booker has to say about him, you guys. Let's go. Let's do a little bit of showing a little bit of love today. Kind of goes different on our show than any other time, but show a little bit of love to Lindsey Graham today.
So I go up to Lindsey Graham, and I'm a brand new Senator, determined to do something about mass incarceration. And I hear through Dick Durbin and others that he's the guy to work with. And I say, Mr. Graham, sir, I'd like to work with you on criminal justice reform. He seems almost amused by what I said. He goes, Corey, do you understand? I'm in a primary right now, and I'm running against a guy who is batshit crazy. I can't even so much as talk to you right now. Get out of here, man. Come back to me after my primary. And I laughed and came back to him after the primary. And true to his word, he rolled up his sleeves and we went to work. And thanks to him and Dick Durbin and some other Senate heroes, our bill became the First Step Act after years, 2 presidents, 2 Congresses, and became law. One of my favorite moments in that negotiation was at the last minute, I'm trying to force one more thing into that bill. This has to do with children being put in solitary confinement. And I am going at it with this White House official who says, no, hard no. And we're almost yelling at each other. And then he says, I'm gonna get Lindsey Graham on the phone and he will tell you. And so he gets the White House operator to connect Lindsey Graham onto the phone. And Lindsey Graham listens for maybe a hot second and then interrupts the guy and says, are you kidding me? We need Cory Booker to get this bill done. We can't do it without him. Give him what he wants. And it was in the bill. It's now part of the law of the land. It's one of the White House negotiators during that first negotiation.
Just want to show you guys, I like the way it's crossing boundaries. I like the way it's crossing paths. It sucks sometimes. I even say it to my family. I say it to other families because I see it. Sometimes people come together only in times when we lose people. It sucks to have that happen, but hopefully we'll be able to get some things done and use the loss of life as another way that we can try to find one of those pathways and start working on it like a neural pathway to make other things come together. So yes, we want to give a big prayer out today to the family as well as Senator Lindsey Graham and everybody who is feeling and suffering throughout these times right now and feeling remorse and pain throughout these times right now. We ask that they give strength and encouragement as well as time in order to heal and get through these times right now. And we also pray for his family as well as his friends as well. Amen. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys. You got to show some love now. You got to show some love, you guys. Let's keep on going, you guys. Let's go on over here and see what else we got on the smorgasbord today for you guys. Let's get on over to Missouri. And they take down an alleged trafficker. Uh-oh, it's time to do it. Is this what we're doing right now? Oh, one of my favorites. Doom, doom. Doom, doom. Doom, 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 doom. Doom, 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 doom. Ice, ice, baby. Get him! Let's go, you guys. We got one. Let's go. Nah, we not doing that right now. We gonna get into this one over here. I don't care about that craziness right there. We gonna do this one right here. We got a takedown right now when it comes down to some trills traffickers, right? That's some D-rug traffickers. And now we're gonna do it because they're over at the World Cup thinking that they can sell D-rugs, have little kids out there and doing all types of stuff or whatever. Also doing their thing when it comes down to, you know what? I'm just gonna let them tell it because some of the things we can't say here, but they can. Let's get on over here and see what happened at the World Cup. They always gotta set it up when people traveling in town. You know, they got the ladies out there setting up with whatever they wanna do. But guess what? They was ready for them in Missouri this time. Let's go, you guys, let's go.
DHS is revving up its crackdown on World Cup-related crime. Federal agents rescuing 8 missing children in Kansas City, Missouri during the tournament and removed some of the area's most dangerous offenders off the streets. That included 5 migrants convicted of crimes ranging from murder to assault and drug trafficking.
Got him, got him, got him. Watch your head. As a matter of fact, depending on what you did, I don't know. We got Lorenzo, Omar, Marco, Roel, and Fernando. Got him.
Missouri Governor Mike Keogh joins us now. Governor, thank you for joining us. The federal HSI, FBI, and local police really cracking down. What else can you tell us?
Well, Griff, it's a pleasure to be on with you this morning. First of all, I want to say to our friends in Kansas City, we put on an excellent World Cup, 6 games, showcasing Missouri to the international community. But you're right. On my first day in office, I signed an executive order allowing us to participate in 287G, which allows our federal partners and our state agencies and assets to come together to solve crimes like this and take the worst of worst off the street. As you mentioned, 5 individuals from Mexico and Guatemala were arrested. We saved 8 children during this operation. incarceration. We took advantage of, bad people trying to prey on innocent children during an international opportunity and a celebration like World Cup was. Coordination with FBI, with DHS, our Attorney General Catherine Hanaway, our Missouri State Highway Patrol, Kansas City PD, U.S.
Come on, you guys. Let me see them thumbs up right here for the children saved right now. I know I'm on. Come on, let's see them thumbs in the air right now, right now. We're going to show some love to ICE and DHS. I have no feelings about these fools. I want them to get a whole bunch of jail time to the point where they're all walking around gray, and then get them the hell out of here so they can't even come back. So this is the thumbs up for ICE, and I want to say thank you, Lord, for getting them out of here and saving those children. I really want to pray for that, and thank you. I'm happy about that. Yeah, go ICE. Yeah, what Liberty said. Liberty, say it again. Come on.
Marshals all came together to solve this problem and to really take these guys off the street.
And with these sort of successful results, Governor Keogh, it's remarkable that every state, it's shocking that every state doesn't participate in the 287G program. And to be clear, drug trafficking spikes in major events like the World Cup and other sporting events that come to cities, but you've rescued children. And then separately,
no matter your views, the children deserve to be saved. I like what you said before, Liberty, too. Yes, when it comes to the children, that's right. It don't matter. We right. We all stand on that. That's right. Watch their heads. I'm not even talking about watching their heads. Let them hit their head, derail. Boop, we're going to let them hit their head on the side of the car. We don't care about their heads.
You've also taken illegal criminal aliens off the streets, the ones that, there's our numbers right there. 8 missing children were rescued during those operations, 9 trafficking victims identified, but then separately also taking illegal criminal aliens off the streets. Such an important thing. Why don't other states try and do this?
For the life of me, I can't figure it out. The 287G, as I mentioned, I was in office an hour, and I was sent an executive order to get that going. It really has allowed us to make sweeping changes across the state with both of our U.S. attorneys, Matt Price in this case on the Western.
It doesn't make sense. Why aren't all the states doing stuff like that, especially when it comes down to saving children? I mean, let's really be honest about it, you guys. I got a question. I'm asking that question. Why aren't all of the states doing things like this, especially at least when it comes down to the children? You guys can answer that question. Please let me know. There should be no bipartisan issues when it comes down to saving the kids. Real talk. Let's keep on going. We got some more information coming in right now about Trump's IRS lawsuit against himself. Well, that's what they're calling it, not me. Right now, a judge is basically slamming that lawsuit that Trump was awarded, and they're going to break it down to you right now. And they're going to tell you why it's a lawsuit that they're saying it's kind of like he's suing himself. Pretty weird right here. Let's get into it, you guys. Let's go.
We have breaking news, a massive rebuke from a judge in Florida, slamming President Trump's lawsuit against the IRS as a sham, in a backdoor attempt to legitimize the president's $1.776 billion anti-weaponization fund and his immunity from future IRS investigations. MS Now's Fallon Gallagher joins us here on set. James, Peter, Michael are still with us. All right, walk us through this ruling, Fallon.
Yes, so I want to take a step back first and explain what this case is and why it matters. You'll remember earlier in January, Trump sued the IRS for $10 billion, saying that his tax returns were improperly leaked. This suit raised questions from the beginning, because this was Trump basically suing himself as both sides of the federal government. He's a party to both sides. Trump then moved to voluntarily dismiss this suit in May, saying that, not even actually revealing initially that he had reached a settlement, but moved to dismiss it. The judge granted his voluntary dismissal. That's this judge here, Judge Kathleen Williams. Shortly after that dismissal, we learned that there was a settlement agreement. That settlement agreement, of course, gave Trump, his family, immunity from any ongoing IRS inquiries, and it also created the anti-weaponization fund, that $1.776 billion so-called slush fund. After that happened, a group of 35 former federal judges filed a motion with this court, with Judge Kathleen Williams, asking her to revisit it, saying that there seems to have been a sham here. There might have been some collusion.
What was the sham?
It's exactly that Trump basically sued himself. So he is both parties of this. And in this ruling today, she's saying that there was never any adverseness here. There was no real lawsuit here. And basically what Judge Williams is saying here today is that this was a complete sham so that Trump could get this outcome with some sort of judicial legitimacy. And I want to read briefly from this because this line just really captures the whole thing. It says, this action was never about a party seeking judicial resolution of a legal issue or a factual dispute. The nature of the suit itself and the conduct of the parties and counsel from its filing make plain that this was an attempt to use the court to provide some legitimacy to an agreement to confer immunity to people and entities affiliated with the president and to earmark billions of dollars from American taxpayers to redress grievances not defined in the law. So really what she's saying, she is ripping them apart, saying that there was never any legitimacy. You conned the court, basically using the court as a vehicle for legitimacy here to reach these ends, and that this should have never been filed in the first place.
Have you ever seen anything like this before?
It is remarkable, and I will say that Judge Williams got briefing from former judges in this case who she actually asked to be amici in the case, friends of the court, to analyze the question that Fallon was just addressing, whether or not this was really a sham. The way I described this from the beginning, the way that she is describing it in this order, which I have not yet read, is simple. What Fallon is describing as a sham, this was an effort to judicially launder a settlement, to give it the sheen of legitimacy via laundering it through the court in a settlement of a case that was never a case.
Here's the part that
Let's keep on. Oh, wait a minute. We got something coming from the president. Wait.
I'm confused about. Is it the president?
No, let's keep going. What's up, OG Kicks? Thank you so much. They got the accusations going back and forth. You understand what's going on with that. But we also have our determinations and our assumptions as well. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys. That's right. Now it's time to get into some investigative reporting right now. Let's double tap that screen and get those likes up, you guys, if you appreciate the content, because guess what's about to happen? If we can get up to 300 likes today, I got some merch that's coming out. I got merch that's coming out to you. That's right, you guys. We got 6 of these Our Bottom Line keychains. That's right, 6 of those will be coming out. All you got to do is send your address to where you want them to go to bridgethisllc@gmail.com. Also, 6 people will be receiving 6 decals as well. That's right, 12 pieces, but you got to get it up to 300 likes, and all that means is double tapping that screen to get those likes up, or hitting those 3 dots right there, hitting that like button. Also, we're going to select random people for 12 pieces of merch. Let's keep on going, you guys. We got a lot more to cover. Let's go. We're going to get back into this kickback scheme right now, where we're going with Nick Shirley and Dr. Oz. We've been following them for a couple of weeks now. Let's see what they've determined going on in New York City as they've been going around to all of these other adult centers, pharmacists, pharmaceutical companies, as well as medical billing companies and medical supply companies. Let's see what's going on with that, you guys. I hope you're having a good one. Let's go ahead and subscribe if you have not already, and give me all the money in your pockets. Nah, you don't really got to do that, but what you could do is pick up that phone, double tap that screen, and get those likes up. And if you're really feeling punchy and you're really feeling nice, you can go ahead and go over to Cash App, Boogotti NYC, that's BOOGOTTINYC. We appreciate all Cash Apps. Thank you so much. Gets around these folks in this bubble that I'm in right now. Let's keep on going, you guys. Let's go.
The big story tonight is massive medical fraud. Independent journalist Nick Shirley is teaming up with Medicare Administrator Dr. Oz to continue his crusade against fraud. The pair hit the streets of New York City this week, and the video was quickly going viral. They targeted the city's senior daycare centers, which may have generated over $2 billion in just the last 3 years, while also looking into medical equipment companies across the city, as they say, are stealing millions from taxpayers. Joining us now for his first television appearance since dropping that video is independent journalist Nick Shirley. Nick, thanks so much.
The beginning is right here, you guys. If it wasn't for Nick, we would have never learned about the Leering centers. That's my determination of what leering is. Is that how you leer at somebody? I don't know.
So much for coming on with us tonight. I saw the video. It was amazing, to say the least. One of the things I saw in the video is it seemed like it was a bunch of, like, this company was pointing at that company. One company specifically seemed like they were trying to say they didn't have fraud and opened up the books a little bit more. I'd love for you to tell us more about it.
Yeah, it was super interesting. So I started this investigation on these adult daycares in Flushing, Queens, and I go to this first location, and they're like, well, we're losing all our clients because this daycare is offering kickbacks. And I said, well, was the fraud real? And they say, yes, the fraud is very much real. And so then I kept digging, and I went to this next location, and at one location, they had 7,000 patients.
Casey says Talir is human.
More than 7,000 patients, and they're billing up to $12 million, and it's only one-story building.
So they had 7,000 patients. They were billing up to $12 million a year, and they were only in a one-story facility doing all of this. Yeah, it makes sense, right?
Wow. On the second floor of the building.
Wow, Nick. I mean, the video is stunning. And then you have, a great co-pilot there in Dr. Oz. That gives you a little bit more firepower there. Tell our audience how that came to be that you and Dr. Oz kind of teamed up to not only expose this on camera, but also just to dig into some of these companies, some of these organizations a little bit deeper.
Well, it's kind of a funny story. So I went to Minnesota when they did the big break, and he's like, well, where are you going next? I said, well, I'm going to New York. I got a bunch of information there. And he's like, oh, well, let me know when you go. And so I let him know, and he came in, and it was awesome because Dr. Oz was able to go and kind of explain exactly how this program works and how they feel I've actually been taking money and doing kick.
Wow, so Nick can go there and bust him, and Oz is going to basically explain it and then shut him down. Oh, this is a crazy combination. Remember that song, y'all? A perfect combination. They shutting your shit down. A perfect combination.
Backs, and it's it really is concerning to know that your tax dollars are going towards elderly Koreans and Chinese to play ping pong and do Tai Chi.
Yeah. Well, Nick, you are really the testament of how one.
Yeah, we got to keep going. I wish we could stay on this story all day and just have fun off of it and just get the truth, because sometimes the truth is a little bit funny, but it is sad to find out how much money is being stolen and how much theft is being taken, you guys, because I really do feel that all of this money can go towards veterans, homeless people, and so many real programs. A lot of our problems would be solved, and our society probably would have been so much better off if these people were really using this money for real things to happen. Let's keep on going forward, you guys, because sometimes you laugh, sometimes you cry. But when it comes down to this guy, you guys know what we got to do. So, Mom dummy, na easy supercat, na use a dumb dummy, na easy supercat, na use a dumb dummy, na easy supercat, na use a dumb dummy, dummy. That's right, you guys. We got questions that's being asked from this guy right here, Mayor Zorhan Mamdami. We got a question. We want to ask them, since New York millionaires are now fleeing like rats in the plague, you guys, let's ask him a question. What's your plan on getting people back since you got everybody scared to death to stay here? If you're a millionaire, a lot of people are thinking about leaving the city of New York because it's too expensive. So now somebody got him on the spot and says, hey, what are you going to do about this situation? Watch when you hear his answer. Watch this answer that you guys get from Mom Dami. Easy supercat, nana use a dam dami. Let's open up this screen. Ask him the question, somebody. Let's go.
Hey, how's it going?
Good. So why hasn't the homeless encampment near the Intrepid been cleared, especially after this new policy that they're supposed to be after 7 days? And then secondly, there was a CBC report that showed the Empire State's share of nation's millionaires declined more than any other state from 2010 to 2022.
Yeah, the Empire State's share of millionaires has declined. Yeah, what you doing about that?
If it had remained the same, the state would have collected $10.7 billion more in taxes in 2022. Every other U.S. state has gained more residents from New York than has lost to New York. So what is the city doing to attract more, and what conflicts do you see with taxes such as PAT and increasing more taxes when we're seeing flight already?
You know, the first time that I met Councilwoman Carmen De La Rosa was when we were both serving in the New York State Assembly, and that was the year when we were advocating to increase taxes on the wealthiest New Yorkers by raising income taxes on those who made more than $1 million across our city and state. And we were told then that if we were to do that, that we would have fewer millionaires in the years to come. And what we found is after passing that and raising billions of dollars that helped our state to finally meet the terms of the Campaign for Fiscal Equity, that we in fact had more millionaires than we had prior. So I think...
So we're still cooking the books, basically. We're still cooking the books, you guys, basically. Same thing like with the laws and all. Ain't nobody, no more people come when they talk about taxing nobody. Nobody trying to hear that crap. Where the numbers at? Show us the proof. Where the website? Where the information at? Dun, dun, dun. We're not stupid.
The conversation will always continue. I've been very clear about the fact that we live in the wealthiest city in the wealthiest country in the history of the world, and it's unacceptable that 1 in 4 New Yorkers are living in poverty.
Well, how about stop taking the money and give the real receipts so people can see where the money is going to? I never understood that. Even if somebody want to say, yo, I need to see where the money's going to, bro, I can't give you no more money. Okay, cool, this is what we're spending it on. Even if it's your pay, what you expect to be getting, let them see that. One thing that a lot of cities don't do is want to show what they're spending money on, because then you're going to see a lot of money being spent on areas that's not supposed to be spent on. Yeah, how about that? Before you ask for more money, let's see what you're doing with the money you're getting now.
And I believe that the wealthiest...
It seems like everybody behind them is just happy to have a job. They're just smiling for absolutely no reason either.
Can do a little bit more to ensure that everyone can afford to live here. And a little bit more, you know, when we're talking about the pied-à-terre tax, it's a tax on non-resident New Yorkers' secondary homes that are worth more than $5 million. I think that that's common sense. I think most New Yorkers feel the same way.
I think you suck, and it's time for you to get up out of there. I need to go ahead and take your spot, because 8 years with you is going to be crazy. And the problem is, the only problem that I know about this politic thing, you guys, if I actually know if I'm trying to get into it, I got to find a party. And that's going to be the hard thing, because I'm not really a part of any party over here if I'm planning on running for any office. It's going to be real hard to do that. Independents don't really make it around this city, you know? You got to pick a party. And 9 times if you're this and you're not running with the demos, they're not going to rock with you. Let's call it what it is, man. They ain't going to want me to be no mayor. Trust me, I will call him all the way out. Let me see the numbers. Let me see the paperwork. Real talk. And let's get all of this crazy stuff going on off the streets. Let's hire more police. Let's get some of those seniors back that used to be police officers to really train these cadets out here. And let's stop acting like that. The fact that we're about to get a whole bunch of new people out of the training academy, that's going to solve a problem. You got a whole bunch of greenhorns and rookies running around here swiping their phones. Let's do something about that too. It's most of the things that they're doing right now. They work in hours as police officers. Back in the day, what I really noticed about police officers, they might have been some of them Mitches, but they was doing their jobs. You hardly saw them on their phone when they was working, right? All you see now is swiping. What we got for them, Liberty? Liberty says our bottom line is not your normal news spot. We watch all of the news, all real points of view. We welcome diverse opinions, and this platform is all political parties. Welcome here. That's right, you guys. I just don't like to see people being taken advantage of and being lied to. I don't like that. Tell us the truth. They say men lie, women lie, the numbers don't. Show us the numbers. Let's keep going, you guys. Let's go. Let's keep moving right here. We got to get on over to California and the other, the other states that file lawsuits over Paramount and Warner Brothers merging, something that we probably don't want to see as well. Because then what happens when you get the monsters merging? That's when you get the shutdown and the price fixing. Same thing that they tried to do to us with the eggs. Let's keep on going, you guys. Let's go and see what's going on in California right now as we break this news down.
Following breaking news, the state of California is suing to block a giant merger from coming to life. Attorney General Rob Bonta is in Hollywood, where he announced the lawsuit against Warner Brothers Discovery and Paramount Skydance. NBC4's Brittany Hope is live in Beechwood Canyon, where a press conference just wrapped up out.
That's right, you guys. And if we can get up to 300 likes today, we'll be giving out merch. That's right, 300 likes gets you some merch. 6 Our Bottom Line keychains and 6 Our Bottom Line decals. All you guys got to do is get those likes up to 300 to make everybody know we're over here. It's not for vanity points. It's basically to let them know, because once you start hitting that like button, they send up that signal and many more people come over. We have a very educational show, so sometimes we want to give you guys some stuff for helping out. Today we're going to be giving out 6 keychains and 6 decals. Let's keep on moving forward right now.
There. Brittany, a lot of people are talking about this. It's a major development and a story we've been following now for months. Hey, Annabelle, this is one of the most important media mergers that could happen in recent history, and it impacts viewers and consumers around the world. It impacts all of us. Rob Bonta says this isn't just a California problem, and he led 12 states to bring this lawsuit forward today. And he says that this $110 billion acquisition would be the largest in Hollywood history, combining 2 of Hollywood's 5 major film distributors and 2 of the 5 major basic cable channel owners.
Right now, they need each other because separately, they're not surviving. They're really not. When you see mergers like this, stocks and acquisitions and things like this happening, it's basically the people that own the stocks and own parts of the brand. Only thing that they care about is the overhead and the numbers. They don't care about the individuality, the authenticity of certain things or whatever like that. They're invested and they want an ROI, a return on their investment. So if they can do mergers to keep the company afloat, that's what they're gonna do. They don't care about no sentimental, this show or whatever like that. They care about the money, you guys. But once they do something like this, if they were able to merge like this, they would have a real lock on the industry as far as pricing. When it comes down to the internet, when it comes down to Disneyland, when it comes down to movie prices, if they merge like this, let's go. Also, employee overhead, everything.
Driving a lack of competition, driving prices higher for consumers, less content impacting movie theaters and cable companies, and job losses for the entertainment industry that's already struggling. This morning, Bonta addressed reporting that Paramount may consider leaving California altogether if he did in fact file this suit.
We heard that claim yesterday for the first time, and honestly it seemed like a last-ditch effort to try to blackmail my office and the attorneys general into allowing an illegal deal, an illegal merger to go through. And we can't do that, of course. I have a duty, I have an obligation to enforce the law. Antitrust law, the rule of law, is good for business.
Let's keep on going, you guys. Double tap that screen, get those likes up. They trying to get it going. I don't know. He ain't letting it happen. I don't know. I think that's actually a good thing, to be able to really not let them take advantage when it comes down to locking us in. Somebody just said it. Netflix and Amazon are basically taking over. That's because they have other machines that's really driving them. The real thing behind the backers of Netflix, again, it comes down to the backers. You guys remember that. Amazon, yeah, they got a ton of money coming up off of when it comes out to these videos and television things and movies, right? But they really got a lock on what? Shipping, products. I'm talking about logistics. Forget about it. That's where the most of their money come from. Jeff Bezos knows what he's doing. And that's what I'm trying to tell you guys. They don't care about individuality. They care about the company and how they do it. That's why a lot of times you may hear from people that say corporate business is even worse than street business, gangsters on the streets. Yeah, people in suits that do corporate business, yeah, they real gangsters when it comes down to it. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys. What you're seeing in the back of me is something that I want to make sure that we're shedding light on, because we finally got somebody that's involved in the Epstein saga, where victims are speaking about her involvement, and she still has not seen the silver bracelets, they're one size fits all for everybody. Watch your head. Yeah, we got different ones. We don't just got one now. We flip it over. Check this out, you guys. You guys remember this woman right here? She basically is Epstein's assistant and basically set up all of the flights. Now, all of a sudden, I had nothing to do with it. I don't even know these women. Well, how did you not have nothing to do with it when you had their passports, knew their names, and they came to you personally for money? Let's go. Let's keep on moving forward. Double tap that screen and get those likes up. See what's going on with this one.
Some survivors of the dead pedophile of Jeffrey Epstein said that his former longtime assistant lied to Congress when she testified behind closed doors last month. Leslie Groff told lawmakers she never met any of the girls and young women who provided massages to Epstein, and that she didn't know it.
She never met none of the young girls, and she never knew any of them. Yeah, y'all.
Anything about their backgrounds, including how old they were. But in interviews with CNN's MJ Lee, multiple survivors say that Groff had access to their passport information, documents that clearly listed their dates of birth. They described meeting Groff in person.
So how did you, if you had their passport, how did you not know how old they were? Huh? Questions? You set up their flights, right? You admitted to that, right? Okay.
And being paid directly by her. Lawyers for Leslie Groff did not respond to CNN's request for comment. We should note that Groff has never been criminally charged in connection with Epstein's crimes. Joining us now, one of the survivors taking issue with Groff's testimony, Marina Lacerda. Marina, before we begin, I know this topic must be horrible to talk
This happens to be one of the victims right here, by the way.
about. How are you doing?
I'm doing good, and we will continue to fight.
You told CNN that you first met Epstein in 2002, just shy of turning 14, and that you did interact with Leslie Groff directly over the years. Tell us more.
That is correct. And in fact, it's weird that she has said that she has never spoken with any.
Yeah, but the crazy thing, Jonathan, how she gonna actually come before Congress and then like out there now know her name and she's still not in no trouble? That's the question. What's the solution? This is crazy.
Any of the survivors or has met with us in order to get to Jeffrey Epstein. In order for you to even speak with Jeffrey Epstein, you had to go through Leslie Groff. So I find that very, very hard to believe that she never spoke to us. And she has met myself quite a few times and has handed me over envelopes with money, with Broadway shows. We have definitely met and we have definitely spoken.
Well, she's handed her money, tickets to Broadway shows. Okay. So, but she ain't had nothing to do with it, y'all. You see what I'm saying? What's up with that? Yeah.
What was your reaction when you heard what she had told the committee?
You know, I was in shock because this is the only person that we were expecting to go up there and to bring true accountability to this whole cover-up. And it's really sad that she wasn't able to just be completely honest about it.
Yeah, because if she be completely honest about it, the next thing you know, she ain't gonna be walking out there with her friends acting like they got support for her. They actually blocking her and doing security right now, if you really want to look at it. They're not holding her down in support. They like, yeah, let me hold you down just in case somebody want to throw a can or something at your head. Let's keep on moving forward and double tap that screen, you guys. My question is, now that they know all of this stuff, they got names, all this accountability stuff, how come they're not being held accountable for it? What's going on? I don't understand it. Let's go. Let's go. Let's keep on moving forward, y'all. Let's keep on going. And who's going to be the number 100 person to hit that like button? All you really got to do is double tap that screen or hit those three dots right there. Hit that like, or if you like and really feeling good, subscribe to the channel. What are you waiting for? We're working on going to 74,000 subscribers. And we're right there. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys. Let's get on over to Houston, where we got a woman who's been charged in a woman who's been charged in a rapper's death. This is a story that's so sad, and I have to let her mom tell it as it happened right in front of her. Yeah, I'm gonna let her mom tell this story. Let's go, you guys, let's go.
A woman has now been arrested in the deadly stabbing of Crystal Jordan, also known as Houston rapper Judy World. The incident happened on Saturday night on the city's south side along Bathsheba Lane. Houston police say Kayla Rogers has now been charged with manslaughter. She's accused of stabbing Jordan in the leg. Julian Hartman spoke exclusively tonight with the rapper's mother and brother, who are now pushing for justice. Julian.
It was an artery that she hit.
Yeah, Anthony, I can tell you it was a very emotional interview. Crystal Jordan's mother told me that she was there with Crystal's 10-year-old daughter when the stabbing occurred, and she said the suspect, Kayla Rogers, is the sister of Crystal's boyfriend, and described what she says happened that night.
The night my daughter was stabbed, she went over there with good intentions to go get something for the guy that she was dating from the mom. She went over there to talk to the mom because she had him on the three-way on the jail call. The daughter came outside with a butcher knife. Intentionally, she said, I don't want this over here because I'm finna kill her because this is what I want to do. She killed her on an act of jealousy. Jealousy and bully. You intentionally killed my daughter in front of me and her daughter. The video that I shared with y'all is that I was asking the mom to remove her daughter.
She said she was asking her daughter to remove her daughter, and she was like, take that camera out of here. And as you can see, she's holding the cleaver in her hand.
the knife from her, and her mom told me to get away from here. Don't record us. Don't do that. We don't do that here. I said, I'm recording her because she have a butcher knife. She ran up to my car to stab my daughter. My daughter blocked her with the door. And then she went around between me and my daughter and stabbed her in her leg. And she started gushing out. She hit an artery. Me and my baby was trying to stop the bleeding. We putting pressure. We put pressure on it. We put pressure on it. We trying to stop my baby from bleeding. She took all my daughter from us. That's not right. You intentionally killed her. You did what you wanted to do, and you need justice for what you did. I can't put justice on you. Only the system can put justice on you. They need to take care of her. They not charging her with manslaughter. They better charge her with murder because she did this intentionally. It wasn't an accident. I'm hurting right now. Hurting so bad right now. It don't make sense. Everybody loves Judy. Judy is everywhere. She everywhere. There's so many supporters around here that's been posting her. So much love has been showed to her and showed to us. So many people have came to me, gave me hugs and gave me support. But guess what? It's not gonna bring my daughter back.
My sister, she was a really, really, really great person. That was like my best friend. We did everything together, like videos together. We did songs together. We did everything. Like, she called me every day, check up on me. We was a real tight family, and she was just for the community. Everybody in the community loved my sister. They loved her. She was a very inspired person. She inspired people. She made great music. She was a great rapper. She's a great Houston labor actor. Playgirl Judy, that was her rapper name. She was great at what she did. She loved music, and she was actually had a good career where she was taking off in. She was really doing positive things in her life as a female rap artist. She really inspired the community that you could be anything in this life if you put your mind to it.
It's her brother right there.
I can't believe this happened to my sister. I can't believe it. I would never thought because she was so young. She was only 28 years old. She still had way more than life to live.
The family also tells me that Crystal had a passion for music from a young age and was also known as rapper Playgirl Judy. Now, the family appreciates the love and support they've received so far from her fans and the community. A balloon release in her honor is planned for this Friday at Crestmont Park. You can watch our full exclusive interview on Fox Local and on fox26houston.com. Reporting live, I'm Julie.
Come on, you guys. Y'all know what we got to do. We got to put those prayers in the air for her. Want to pray for her family. Also want to pray for her daughter and her mom that was right there. Her daughter and her mom were there when this happened to her. They're saying this all is an act of jealousy. You probably could see something like that happening with people jealous of your fame and jealous of the little things that you're doing that they can't. I don't know the entire story. Hopefully we'll get down to the bottom of this. Her mom does not want the girl to get manslaughter, because she feels as if it should be a more serious charge. I also feel the same way because she did it right in front of the mom as well as the daughter, and she made it clear that that's what her intention was. I want to pray for them. I want to pray for the daughter to be able to get through this and be able to live strong moving forward. This is definitely going to be a psychological situation, more mental as well as just the remembrance of seeing your mom lose her life right in front of you at such a young age. Father God, we ask today that you give her assistance and try to comfort her as much as possible. Give this family the strength that they need to move forward. We ask that today collectively here. Amen. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys. Let's go. Let's go. Sad situation right there. Sad one. Yeah. It's not over either. It's not over, and it's not my fault. We had good stories in the beginning. We're going to have more that happen after this. But if I got to report something, don't take it out on me. Let's keep on going, you guys. We got to go on over to Georgia. We got a family that's facing losing their homes to make way for an AI dating center. Data center. I want to ask you guys put me on to a couple of things that I did not even think about because it scares the hell out of me. It scares me every time I think about it. I mean, sometimes certain things that I know that are out there, I just ignore it, even though I know it's there. I'm sure you do the same thing. Remember that thing we learned about with our brains? Sometimes we shut things off and just go for the reward because we just can't deal with some stuff. But when it comes down to certain things, I ignore it. Certain things like people taking away people's land for data centers. Not only that, but water. The water that it's going to take away to have these data centers going. And what's going to happen to all of the animals and the fish, the lakes, the rivers, the streams, and things like that. Stuff like that scares me. I don't like to think about it. But some stuff you got to think about and you have to start paying attention to, even me. Let's get on over to Georgia, because this is another one, you guys. A very sad story right there. That one, and this is another one. No one lost their life, But this is another one where it's a tragedy of someone losing their land, their hard-earned land, for a data center.
Welcome back. Some homeowners in Georgia are being given an ultimatum to sell their homes, or the state will, get this, take it to make way for AI data centers. See,
If you don't sell your home, we're going to take it to make way for an AI data center.
CBS News correspondent Skylar Henry has more.
I'm a single mom. I work hard for everything.
How do you put a price on a home you never intended to sell? One filled with more than 2 decades of memories.
I think I was 5 or 6 when this was built.
The yard where you buried your pets. The greenhouse that fed your family.
When you talk about what being on this property means to you,
yeah,
right?
Look at stuff like this and say, is it even worth it? Trying to get land, you know what I'm saying? Like, is it even worth it?
It's y'all's.
It's ours. It's our family. We belong here.
But Ansley Brown's childhood home likely won't be here much longer. That's because the state's largest utility, Georgia Power, says it needs the area to make way for a 35-mile-long transmission line.
Georgia Power has been here for as long as Ansley's mother has owned this property. It's just beyond the
Okay,
tree
Lisa.
Now, with the expansion of this latest project, they're looking to take the 2.5 acres the house sits on.
Georgia Power.
Bust her butt, got a little 2.5 acres, minding her business, and look.
Power says increasing demands has outpaced the capacity of its existing grid, and building a new transmission line requires acquiring more than 300 parcels of land, including residential properties.
What did your mom tell you she wanted for this property to be?
Generational wealth, true generational wealth was the idea, and now it's being stripped from us.
Georgia Power estimates 70 to 80% of the power on this new line is expected to help serve data centers. It says the remaining 20 to 30% of power will serve the state's growing residential and commercial demand.
Georgia Power told us that they feel as if they've done this process responsibly.
Oh, I like that one right there. That one song, 410. Everybody look at that one song right there. What you think about that? How about we do what that one song say? They got the space, right? That one. How about that? They got a lot of space on all of those golf courses, right? They got 2 acres on there, huh? Good call. I like that one. Yeah, I like that.
What would you say to that?
I disagree. You can't tear down 35 miles of rural Georgia and it not hurt something or somebody. And to say that you're doing it in the name of data centers is a slap in the face to us, our community, our animals.
Brown's mother recently came to an agreement with Georgia Power to sell. Brown says if she didn't, the utility could have sought to acquire her property through eminent domain, a legal process that allows private property to be taken with compensation for projects determined to serve a public purpose.
All power generation starts somewhere.
Holly Lovett is a Georgia Power spokesperson.
Eminent domain is always, a last resort for us, and it's something we never want to do.
To us, it's theft. It's literally a billion-dollar company stealing land from smaller people who can't fight back.
Yeah, I had to put that story out there, you guys. Again, a lot of the people are not talking about situations like this. They're talking about all this other crap that's going on, but I am for us. Truth of the matter is, why are you working so hard? To acquire something for your family, to hope that they can use it for generational wealth, and something like that happens, and then you just step in and say, oh, well, we'll pay you for it. Yeah, but what else? What's to say I'm going to be able to find something like this? Not only that, we have our roots here. My pets and my animals are buried here. Sucks, you guys, not to be able to have something to keep on going. That sucks right there. I feel terrible about that. We never wanted that. It's such BS. Let's keep on going. What else you guys got to say over here? What you guys got to say? I want to know what you guys got to say about this. And what you guys got to say about this? They have to pay the landowners, but hell with that. What about how about data centers not needed? Yeah, they saying that. You know the problem is? They said that the data centers were going to help when it comes down to AI, but they never tell you what it's going to cost. I'm scared about the water now. Come on, y'all. We got to get on this a little more now, and the water part of it. Now, let's get on over to Fullerton. We got another situation. Let's see what's going on over here. The suspect, yeah, this is a thunterdunk right here. And I'm glad that this lady got up out of there, because there's no job, no position, no anything that's more important than your life. If you can escape with your life, you do that first. and you let the people around deal with products, crap, and whatever. You don't even care about no money, and especially if you just work there. So if you in the store and somebody come in there doing something crazy with a weapon, get your ass out of there or lock yourself in a room where you know you're safe. Let them deal with all that. You don't make enough money for that. You ain't sign up for that. Get on over to Fullerton where this suspect is seen waving a large irrational standoff inside a Fulton smoke shop. Worker ran out right before he can hurt her. Check this out, you guys. Let's go.
After waving a large knife,
Los Angeles.
Hours-long standoff in Fullerton. Police say the suspect had access to more weapons inside the building. Nearby businesses were evacuated and SWAT was called in. KTLA Orange County Bureau Chief Chip Yost is live in Fullerton with the latest details. Chip.
Now watch how this fool come to the door with the blade.
Yeah, hello there. Yeah, that whole situation you're talking about played out inside this smoke shop here in Fullerton yesterday. A man inside that business at some point armed himself with a huge knife. When it all started, an employee was still inside. It was a concerning situation.
Got the big old Bushido right there, y'all.
And Sunday morning at around 10:30, police got a call that a man with a knife was inside the Rodeo Smoke Shop near Orangethorpe and Harbor, acting erratically. A female employee who was in the shop ran to Kay's Market next door for help.
The group
got the hell out of there, and I don't blame her.
Work in the store. She came here very frightened. They say, inside my store, one crazy guy, he has a knife. He talking himself. I'm very scared.
Soon, Fullerton police and the North County SWAT team were on the scene as the man barricaded himself inside the smoke shop.
The subject has barricaded himself in there. He's actively vandalizing the business from inside. He is believed to be armed with a knife and has access to other weapons inside that store.
The standoff went on for hours as local businesses were evacuated and officers made efforts to gain access to the shop. Finally, at around 3:45 p.m., more than 5 hours after it started, the SWAT team managed to get the man into custody.
Dun, dun, dun.
That man has been identified as 41-year-old Michael Black of San Francisco. He was booked on suspicion of felony vandalism, arson, and other charges.
What you mean suspicion? There's nothing suspicious. He did it. What are you talking about? Suspicion. There's nothing suspicious about what he did. He basically did that, y'all. Talking about suspicion. There ain't nothing suspicious. Maybe how he was acting, but he did all that talking about suspicion. Our platform welcomes all over to diverse comments. We agree to we agree to disagree. We watch all channels from Fox, CNN, and more. Welcome together to find solutions on today's hottest topics. Welcome. That's right, you guys. Thumbs up. Double tap that screen to get those likes up. And yes, this is how you do it. Oh my God, we're watching Our Bottom Line right now. Pretty good show over there. Double tap that screen to get those likes up. Also, there's 3 little dots in that corner over there. Okay, cool. Okay, now I'm going to subscribe to the channel. And last but not least, if you're feeling nice, go ahead and send a little cash app over for a little bit of donations, because we really don't deal with the supers. You know, when you send over 10, we only get 7. Yeah, they got a little thing going on for the pockets over here when it come down to Big Brother. I don't talk about it too much, though, so you guys want to look out, go ahead and send it over to Boogotti NYC. That's BOOGOTTI NYC. All proceeds are appreciated. We work hard for the money. He work hard for the money. Let's keep on going, you guys. Let's go. We got to get on over because we're about to remember someone from New York to Brooklyn. Not just from New York to Brooklyn to Harlem, but somebody who was a real good staple when it comes down to basketball. I actually didn't even know that I knew this guy. Not just really knew him, but I watched him play basketball a lot. Didn't know him by name. Had a lot of respect for him. So you guys, want to show some love for the brother who lost his life playing basketball at King Dome. That's the name of the basketball court. King Dome, as he's giving a remembrance back home where he's from in Brooklyn. Sad situation, you guys. I'm talking about, this reminds me of the scene out of, what's that movie? Above the Rim, when it happened right on the basketball court. Want to pray for his family. I want to pray for him, as well as everybody who saw this happen. Amen. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys. Let's go to Brooklyn and let's see what's going on.
Right now, I'm at Wingate Park in Brooklyn, where this vigil is set to begin any moment now as loved ones continue to gather and remember Keanu Rochford. Family and friends gathered at Wingate Park in Brooklyn Sunday, just a block away from Keanu Rochford's home. He was taken too soon. Outside his home, a makeshift memorial of blue and white candles forms a K, honoring his name, favorite color, and the impact he left behind. Police say just after 10 o'clock Friday night, they responded to shots fired at a basketball court at King Towers on Lenox Avenue in central Harlem. Officers found 3 people shot, including 35-year-old Rochford, who was hit in the head. He later died at the hospital. The other 2 victims are expected to recover. Rochford was well known in the community for basketball, not just as a player, but as someone who showed up for others. His mother, Eden Rochford, described the kind of man her son was.
He was that guy. He's funny, he's positive, he wants everybody to do good, he wants everybody to be happy. So why they have to take Mom?
She says the outpouring of support has been overwhelming.
Have you seen social media? I can't open my phone well. And it's nothing bad. It's nothing bad. Everything everybody says about King was positive.
Mayor Mamdani also reacting, saying he is heartbroken for Rochford's family, calling the shooting senseless and vowing continued efforts to prevent violence. For Eden, the love surrounding her son now reflects the life he lived.
He himself is celebrating his life because he just has to feel the love.
But in between that love is heartbreak and questions she says she still can't answer.
First of all, who comes to a basketball game with a gun? Why?
And back at the vigil, as memories are shared, that light is exactly what family and friends say they're holding on to.
He was a light, a shining light, and he'll always be, he still is.
Now, the mother, Eden, is making a proposition. She proposes that this park, Wingate Park, is named after her son, Keanu Rochford. That's because he used to play basketball here all the time. But in regards to the case and the investigation, no arrests have been made. So if you have any information that can aid in this case, you're encouraged to call Crime Stoppers. That number, 800-577-TIPS. Reporting in Wingate Park, Brooklyn, Corey McGinnis, Pix 11 News. Right.
Can't even go play a game of basketball, you guys. It's probably going to be something stupid, a bet or a debt or some crap like that. But you couldn't just make them pay you. You couldn't ask nobody for the money. I mean, was it that serious? I just don't understand why you have to take somebody's life for such nonsense. I'm waiting to find out who this person is. I'm waiting for them to finally say the name of the person and for them to be brought to justice, because that's another thing that can definitely help out, because hopefully they won't be able to hurt anybody else with these outbursts and the craziness of the way that they handled this. This was total not necessary, and more than one person got hurt in this. I want to pray for the loss of life, for the brother who lost his life, Kenan. And I also want to pray for his family, everybody out there, all of his friends, his fans, everybody who used to watch games and watch him play, everybody who could have, he could have made a difference and helped too. Amen. Let's keep on going, you guys. And yes, I'm praying for all of the mothers today who have to make these announcements and be sad for all of their children that have lost their lives today. All of these mothers. Amen. I told you guys, summertime, it was going to get lit and they were going to turn up. And it's getting to the point where there's no matter what time it is, daytime, afternoon, nighttime, Saturday, Sunday, no holds barred. Let's keep on going, you guys. Let's get on over to, oh, wait a minute. I took that and moved it. We got to get over, meanwhile, over in Canada. I don't know if you guys are going to be able to handle this right here after what we've been seeing, but I always try to go from a tragic scene to something that's a little bit different. I think, matter of fact, yeah, let's follow up on that story from over on in Bangkok and see what happened when it came down to the fire where the 27 people lost their lives at that bar. Wanted you guys to see how it started, but now we got more information where at least 27 people lost their lives, and this is after the effect right here. Check this out, you guys.
Well, I asked one musician that happened to be on the stage when the incident took place. He said that there was a fire at the cut-out switch, and after that things happened very quickly, and there was blasting, and everybody tried to flee themselves from the smokes and the flame. So many of them were not able to make their way out, because they went to the back of the building, try to hide themselves away from the smoke and flames in the toilet, and that's where we found most of the bodies. Right.
So they found most of the people in the bathrooms, and because they tried to go in there to hide from the flames.
Now we have been able to bring the deceased bodies out. For there are already 27 bodies. The rest were sent to hospitals already, and we are still checking their condition.
They're still checking the foundation. 27 bodies. Anybody who was injured or hurt is now back at the hospital, and they still just trying to determine what caused the fire and finalize everybody. So yes, that's what you guys saw. That's basically what you guys saw. That's what you guys saw that I was bringing up, and just wanted you to see from the beginning of the show the opening with all of that fire. There was a lot of people that were able to escape outside the front, but not the back, because there was no other exits in the back. And that's another thing, you guys. When we go to these other third world countries and these places, we got to be very careful. We want to make sure that even if you just come in the club and look around, where's the other exit at? Oh, I'm out of here. Only one exit and all these people in here? I'm getting up out of here. All you need is one person to go like this, the roof. And with a lighter, it's over, because they do that a lot, and a lot of people don't understand what they're doing. I want to pray for the 27 plus people that lost their lives. I want to pray for the hurt, that people that got injured in this story in Bangkok. I also want to pray for a speedy recovery, as well as to find out and get to the bottom line of how it happened. Amen. Let's keep going, you guys. Let's go. And another question I got for you. It's kind of crazy, but meanwhile, in Canada, as you know, we've got it all over the world. We're talking about the BWC, the broken wristed clique. You guys know what I'm talking about. That's that clique that you can't help out, even if you put a 2x4 up under the arm and duct tape it straight, it's still gonna go like that. You guys know what I'm talking about, right? So yes, we have a situation over in Canada. That's right, not just in the US, we have a situation in Canada where one of those people just can't seem to stop getting in trouble and getting harassed by people. What do you guys say about this? And when I tell you, it's not exactly a looker as well. I'm gonna leave this one alone right here, because it just keeps on getting worse and worse. I'm gonna let them tell this story. You probably already saw a little bit of it already, because I made a mistake and let it come up a little bit already. Meanwhile, in Canada, come on you guys, let's go. Because he's gotta go pick somebody up. He happens to be in Canada, down with the BWC, and he's also on the police force. So check this out, you guys.
By the Crown at the Ontario Court of Justice.
He was contacted by the Crown at the Interior Point of Justice that he had to go pick somebody up.
To assist with the case that they had. So they asked me to reach out to the victim and make sure she's safe and take her home.
They asked him to go reach out to the victim, make sure that he is safe, and to take him home.
He drove me home in the fabulous Pride SUV. And as he was driving me home, we reached a stoplight, and then an individual in a pickup truck came up to us.
A transgender cop car. Look at that.
So he pulls out, so now we got a pedestrian that's noticing their ride of Pride and noticing that it's a police car that's transgender. So he's gonna ask a couple of questions like, never saw a car like this. So I guess he has questions. He took out his phone and started asking questions. Come on, you guys, let's go. Large gay black man wearing a blonde wig in civilian clothing. Okay.
Are you guys cops, or you just identify as cops? That's none of your business, and I'm hands-free, so.
He said, and I'm hands-free, so it's none of your business. Are you guys cops, or you just identify as cops?
There's nothing you can do. I'm just asking you a question, Sergeant. Are you cops, or you identify as cops? I have no idea. That reality doesn't exist anymore, right?
Part of me was shocked, but part of me was not shocked. I am a trans woman. I've been transitioning for 8 years. I get harassed and vilified every day of my life.
One, that's funny. Two,
Woo, you guys. That's a rough one right there. Just wanted you guys to see that and let me know what you thought about that situation right there. Wait a minute, wasting taxpayers' money on that BS. Exactly. What the hell? What the hell? Good morning, Liberty. Good morning, Egon. There you go. It's crazy, but you just let them be themselves. Okay, I'm gonna get back to you, Brad. Boom, bye, in the body boy, Ed. Woman, I deport the body. That's my joint right there. I like that. Let me do that. Matter of fact, let me get that down so I can remember. Boom, bye, in the body, man, Ed. Woman, no, mas me, mommy, half it dead. Boom, bye. Yeah, they don't like you saying that though, because of the words. The words are really bad nowadays, you guys. They don't want nobody saying that right there. What else, you guys? As long as it doesn't affect me, I don't care. But nobody's talking about the money as far as to promote that stuff. And again, why is it okay to wrap a vehicle with that? I don't understand it, you guys. Again, let me go back to fairness. Are you ready? How about a man with a construction suit on with a big piece of 4x4 in his back with a construction hat with some Timberlands like this wrapped around a police car? Why have we never seen that? Huh? We've never seen an all pink police car unless I'm wrong about it. Have we seen a pink police car for all women or just women? How come this has to be this, and how come they get to be able to promote this stuff? If everybody wants to promote their sexuality, how come everybody else doesn't do it? They cast everybody out when he's talking about being a man or being a straight woman to try to make you feel like you're being, like, to kind of embarrass you. How come we can't promote who we are? How about a man get up there with with some muscles like this, or a man pointing at his son like, get up over there and take that garbage out? How about some stuff like that? Yeah, why don't we get promotions like that? Why I gotta get on a train and see all this pride stuff? I'm not gay and I'm not interested in it. Are you promoting it to somebody, trying to get more people to try to be that way? So how come it's okay for you to promote this crap and there's nothing else being promoted? Where the Timberland construction guy at? Where's the father? Where's the mother? That's a lawyer that's going to work and showing what she does. Where's that at? Get out of here with that BS talking down. You shouldn't have put yourself out there like that. How about that? Let's keep on moving forward, you guys. Let's go. We got more unlicensed street vendors that's beginning to appear in San Diego. Why? Because it's tolerated and ain't nobody gonna do nothing about it. So if you in San Diego and you got your license and you sell hot dogs, or you really paying the taxes on your vending and then your street setup, hell with you. I got some people over here with some makeshift grills and they doing their thing. How about 30, 40 people setting up right next to you, ain't even think about going to get no permit. All the dough they make, they keep. You don't even know if they healthy, the food is healthy, ain't getting no approval by no health board or nothing like that. They ain't even got no damn license to operate. But I bet you people still down there busting it down. Come on over here, come on, let's get on over to San Diego. See how many people feeling bad for the people over here that can't survive with a real hot dog stand because they trying to do it the right way.
Had on this latest court ruling, but ever since the city tried to rein in the influx of illegal street vendors, there have been a number of setbacks. Now it appears the city of San Diego has backed off completely. From Ocean Beach to the Gaslamp Quarter, licensed vendors supported by the business associations representing respective areas of the city.
This started happening on 125th Street a lot, till the people started complaining. And then like the mayor got out there and started sending the police out there so that the corporate companies in those stores can still make the money. I understand side street businesses and vending, but I think that you still need to have a license in order to do that. You probably got faulty products, no BBB accreditation or nothing like that. And if you're selling food, you definitely should be able to have some sort of health code license or whatever like that before you serving people. People don't know where you're getting that food from.
Say the latest situation is a disaster.
The city really has just dropped the ball completely. Decided that it's not important enough to enforce these illegal vendors that's been going on since 2019. And they're basically stating that the state, SB 946, is the reason.
The state's the reason. We're not going to blame ourselves for perhaps not following through.
But SB 946 says that cities can enforce for health, safety, ADA violations.
The renewed chaos has us
Dude got a book bag on his chest. He ain't got no gloves on, nothing covering his head at all. But he's serving some Tostitos or whatever out there. And people coming up to him. Look at this. And look how many people selling food. Not just one person.
Acquainted with some of the licensed vendors who've been on the front lines, fighting for their livelihoods. The Soto family, for example, Pete Sr., Pete Jr., and wife and mother Letty. They've been selling Brooklyn dogs at the Civic Center Plaza for almost 3 decades.
And all of a sudden, 3 weeks passed and it was like, boom, like the bomb exploded. And now they're just everywhere.
Because the police ain't doing jack, especially in a sanctuary city. Let them free. Let them do what they want. Maybe they'll vote for us.
Worse and worse every night?
Worse when there's a Petco game right now with the soccer events, when there's concerts, there's no pushing these guys back.
At nighttime, you get swamped. Nothing's changed. They've taken over the whole city.
The UT contacted the Office of City Attorney Heather Ferber.
Ain't got on no gloves. She got a hand on her hip. She don't know what's going on with that shirt, how long she done touched herself. And what's with this fake makeup grill over here with a laptop light going on? What's up? What is this? How we know ain't no roaches up in that thing or no bugs is around in this crap right here? Where her license at?
A spokesperson declined to discuss.
He done took that out of a bag with his hand. He might as well be in India. He in San Diego, guys. He was like this. Let me get a little bit of arm hair with that, please. Thank you very much, sir. Yeah, look at that. There you go. Out of a shopping bag. Look, out of a shopping bag, y'all.
That's why the city isn't appealing this latest court setback, or why the city has told its police and park rangers not to enforce the street vendor laws. In the gas lamp, Ed Linderman, Fox 5 Needy.
Oh man, some people eat anything though. You know, a lot of people from the country, a lot of people that don't got money. Hey, papi, yo tiene la buenos comida aquí. Ven acá. Come on for a little sample. Go for it. Legs be up like a roach in 2 days. You know what I'm talking about, right? Double tap that screen, get those likes up. Save yourself from a lot of drama. Got a lot of smart people in these comments right now talking about, you don't even know how long that meat been around. You don't know where they got that from. Somebody said they could have been chopping up people straight up and down and chopping people up and putting them on the grill with the slow roast. Let's keep on going, you guys. Let's go. We slow roasting no Igor over here. No thank you. I don't want no fried rat. I'm straight. Let's keep on going, you guys. Let's go. Where we going right now? We got to get on over to... Let's double tap that screen and get those likes up if you guys are appreciating the show right now. Also, did you guys know that you guys are almost, not all the way, almost halfway to getting these merch pieces today? Yeah, if you guys can reach 300 likes today, you will be receiving 6-hour bottom line keychains as well as 6-hour bottom line decals, you guys. That's right. All you got to do is get up to 300 likes, and that's free. Ain't even asking you for nothing. All you got to do is that, at least pay for the shipping. That's right, you guys. Double tap that screen, get those likes up, because also all you got to do is send your address to me, bridgethisllc@gmail.com. I'll make sure that you get your merch pieces because we're going to select them randomly and get those pieces out today if you guys can reach that 300 mark. Let's get on over to, and if I can make it there, I'll make it bum bum. Anywhere, it's up to you. New York, New York. But if you're in Brooklyn, you better be careful. You might be riding the right of way and next thing you know, boom, car comes and gets you out of the wrong direction. We got a situation right where a car was driving in the wrong direction, crashes into another vehicle, and yes, sends it up onto the sidewalk. Check this out, you guys. I never thought I would see something like this and why he would actually be out there driving this way. But hey, sometimes you never know what's going to happen. And be careful out there, you guys.
A chain reaction crash caused by a wrong-way driver in Brooklyn ends with another car lodged into a deli.
Tonight, a driver is in custody and 2 people were sent to the hospital. Jenna DeAngelis spoke with the store owner in Carroll Gardens, who is lucky to be alive.
He's lucky that the bottom of his store had brick down there and it wasn't all glass. Because if it had all glass, it would have took him out too.
First, you can hear it. Then you see a white car barreling up Henry Street the wrong way before crashing into another car crossing at Union Street.
What's crazy is there was a detective that was walking, looks like he was getting his breakfast or lunch. He put his food down in the middle of the street to go arrest that driver. Yeah, he put his food in the middle of the street and was like, "You're under arrest. I saw everything." That's the person that was at the light right in the middle of the intersection.
The impact sends that black car into a deli. The 37-year-old driver gets out holding a dog while police approach.
This sounded like a huge bomb.
The owner of Garden Gourmet Deli and Grill was steps away from where the car struck his store.
Standing right, next to the register.
So you were close?
Yes. I mean, luckily the door, we got protected by the door, and evidently the bricks in the bottom helped, because if it was just straight glass, it would have been disaster.
This is the intersection where the crash happened around 8:30 Sunday morning, and as you can see, it is right near the NYPD's 76th precinct. In the video, a man believed to be a cop approaches the wrong-way driver, identified as 24-year-old Juan Tenorio Ramos. According to police sources, he's facing a slew of charges, including criminal possession of a control.
You see the police officer at the top right there, you guys? Right there. He like, hell with this breakfast. I'm putting this down. I gotta arrest this fool.
Substance, reckless endangerment, and reckless driving. A 22-year-old passenger was taken to the hospital, as well as the driver of the other car.
Thank God it was on a Sunday, a holiday. That's the only thing that saved a lot of people from not being out in the street. Otherwise, it could have been worse.
It's a huge crash. I mean, people heard it 2 blocks away, and we're just around the corner, so we heard it.
This neighbor felt compelled to help her beloved corner deli, putting up signs with a GoFundMe.
Thanks God for that we are safe. Thanks for the support of the community.
In Carroll Gardens, Brooklyn, Jenna DeAngelis, CBS News, New York.
Glad nobody got hurt on that one, you guys. Let's double tap that screen and get those likes up. We got much more to cover this morning. That's right, you guys. It's going down. Our bottom line. Double tap that screen and get those likes up. Let's do it, you guys. Let's go. Thank Weak Borders. Probably was drunk. G-Man, you're in my prayers as well. Good luck with the surgery tomorrow. We definitely will miss you. Thank you for Kalesa for throwing that up, that extra, so that I can make sure that we go ahead and give G-Man a prayer. We got to pray for G-Man. That's one of our people that always come here. That's our brother, showing you massive love. We want to pray that you have a 100% successful appearance at the doctor, as well as your surgery, and that you have a 100% recovery and get well soon. Get right back to the fam and be here with us. Hopefully you're taking your phone with us so people in there can hear us if you got to go in for a little while as well. But we're hoping that it's a real quick situation and get you right back home with the family. God bless you. Let's keep on moving forward. Also, we got to pray for the people in this situation right here. We want to thank the fact that nobody got hurt, because God, we don't only thank you when things are, we don't only call you when things bad happen. We also call on you to tell you thank you for preventing things that happen as well. Amen. Let's get on over to St. Louis. We got another family that's been targeted on the east side mass powwowing, where 5 lost their lives and 2 were wounded. Let's keep on going, you guys. Let's go. Let's double tap that screen and get those likes up. Let's get on over to, what's this over here? Where we going to? St. Louis.
Say a family was targeted in a mass shooting that stretched across East St. Louis. 5 family members killed at 3 different crime scenes.
Now this seems crazy. I was like, man, there's a lot going on out there, but this seemed like it was set up.
Tonight, 2 teens are in custody. Fox News' Cameron Mendoza has the latest from investigators and city leaders, along with reaction from neighbors.
This feels like something that would happen on the first 48, not nowhere near, right across from me.
Neighbors Kevion Johnson and Samuel McLean Jr. at Gompers Public Housing Unit were in shock.
It's a peaceful neighborhood, so when everybody get woke up and to hear that it's a female deceased, that's a lot, because we're not used to it.
By the details of...
Hey, Dion, you're going to be on the news. You mind going to get a shirt real quick? You know what I'm saying? And little young looking Michael Evans, you might as well go get a shirt too, please.
a quintuple homicide that happened on Sunday.
At least 7 members of the targeted family were shot at multiple locations in the East St. Louis area. And as of right now, 5 victims have been confirmed deceased.
So brothers and sisters, and I don't like to see my women lose their lives. I don't like to see nobody lose their lives, and especially here. Our city prides just connection and brotherhood and sisters, you know what I mean? So to see anything like this, it's hard for me.
Police tell us this happened this morning across 3 different places. One person died at a shooting at a home at 39th and Summit. 3 other victims were shot in a home at the Gompers Public Housing Complex. One person died after being shot in Jones Park. 2 people were shot at Jones Park and they survived, but have serious injuries.
Ooh, we try to expose the lies over here, you guys. Fraud, chaos, and corruption on Our Bottom Line. Every episode has some action-packed, you guys, every one.
The victims are 49-year-old Cherry L. May, 21-year-old Quentin L. Thompson, 24-year-old Devin D. May, 25-year-old Shania W. Thompson, and 74-year-old Patricia A. May. Police arrested a 15 and 16-year-old after the shootings at Frank Holden State Park. Director for the Illinois Police, Brendan Kelly, says there's not a motive at this time as the investigation continues into how the events unfolded, but there are relations between the victims and the suspects.
No, there's got to be some kind of motive there.
It's terrible, it's evil, but it will not keep this city down. The progress we have made will not be lost as a result of this terrible, terrible acts of violence that have occurred in this community today.
Okay, you guys, you know we got to do it how we always do. Sometimes we pray for the good. This time we got to pray for love. We got to pray for help. We got to pray for community. As you see, that community is crying out for answers and they deserve it. I want to pray for the families all affected in these situations here, as well as all of the children as well. I want to hope for that everybody's going to get strength out of this. Lord, we're asking for as much support and help as possible. Father God, we ask that today. Amen. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys. Let's go. Let's get on over to D.C. as a mom wakes up to find an intruder has broken her door, broken into her home, stolen all of her belongings, her television, birth certificates, every single thing out of her home while she was sleeping. How this happened, I don't know, especially when you see the pry marks on the door. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys. Let's go. Double tap that screen and get those likes up. Let's see what's going on with this situation here. I got a lot of questions. I want to know what you guys think about this as well. Does this seem like it may be something that's a little bit questionable? Could you think that you're going to be able to sleep through a whole robbery? Maybe she's got a lot of kids. Maybe they make noise while she's sleeping. I have no idea. But when you see these pry marks, it's going to be a lot of questions because they had to make a lot of noise to pry this door open. Check this out, you guys. Double tap. Let's go.
A DC mom says she woke up and learned someone broke into her home while she and her kids were sleeping. Thank you for being with us here at 10 o'clock. I'm Josh Chapin. This happened along Eastern Avenue in Northeast. Our DC reporter, Washington DC reporter Felicia Ashley, went back to the scene of the crime and spoke to the mother.
This mom says that once she got to her door in the morning, she was petrified when she saw this. Her door banged in, completely jammed up, the locks removed.
Yeah, I'm scared. When I woke up, my door was open.
That's when...
Okay.
She realized someone broke in while she and her young daughters were asleep.
And they grabbed all of my designer bags. That's very valuable to me. My personal items, my social security card, my ID, my kids' insurance, my insurance, everything is gone. I have nothing. My bank cards are gone.
The police report shows someone forced themselves into the home overnight.
The door was broken into. The lock here is off. So it took some time for them to get in. As you can see, the door handle is beaten up pretty bad. They had to force their ways in to get into my apartment. As you can see, we are the only ones that have the doorknobs. These apartments don't have any doorknobs to them. They're vacant. None. So you can just do this. You can just do this.
We didn't see any locks on the entrance of the building. The family says they've been calling maintenance and management all day to get assistance with security. While there, I tried to reach them too. After multiple calls, someone finally answered, but they would not give an answer on if they could get someone out to fix the problem.
Now, again, how can you sleep through that? Thank God they're alive to tell the story. Okay, you guys, I got a question over here. I'm ready, and I'm gonna take the heat for it. How many of you guys think that she's in on it? If you think that she's in on this and she's making up a real good story, I want to see thumbs up. If you guys think that she's telling the truth, no, Boogotti, she's telling the truth. She's being honorable. It really happened. She was just asleep through all of that. Go ahead and give me a thumbs down, and I will go ahead and read whatever else you have. If you think she's in on it and probably has something to do with it, like that guy that says the whole of those rims got stolen in that movie with Martin, and he said, I'm going to kick you on the side of your butt, go ahead and give me a thumbs up if you think she's in on it. But if you think that she's innocent, I want a thumbs down. Does she have insurance? I don't know. Keep on moving forward, you guys. We got a lot of thumbs up, a couple of thumbs up and down. Hard to tell these days, huh? Let's keep on going, Jelena. You know what I'm talking about when Martin went over there and said, you mean to tell me somebody came in here and stole all of these rims? Man, if you lie to me, you're going to see an imprint right on the side of your butt. You know what I'm talking about, right? Come to find out he opened up the trailer and all of the rims was in the truck. Come on, you guys. Let's keep on going.
This is not a regular work order. This is an emergency, and it is documented. They've been calling you all since the morning. We have no idea who the technician is, if they're aware of this, or what time they're coming.
That's unsafe. I don't feel safe. I'm very scared.
I checked the MPD crime map, which shows that since the start of the year, there have been 17 reported property crimes near the neighborhood. That includes 3 burglaries in the area. Reporting from Northeast DC, Felicia Ashley said.
Now expect the GoFundMe. You see what they did? They broke in. They took all my designer bags. Boo-boo. You ain't had no designer bags living in no place like that. And if you did, they came from Chinatown. Let's be real about it. Stop it. If you think you're gonna make a profit, stop it. If you think you're gonna make a profit, girl, please, took all her designer bags. You mind if we go through the house and see the rest of the house, please? Let's check out the rest of the place, huh? Particularly your kitchen. Let's go in there and check out what's going on. Now, I'm not trying to victim shame, but don't try to put 5 on it or 10 or 20 on it. How many designer bags did you have? I had a couple of Birkins. Yeah, they were about $10,000. And how much is your rent? And ain't you on a government program? Stop telling on yourself. Come on, let's keep on moving forward and double tap that screen to get those likes up, because we got some bikers that crash after speeding 150 miles per hour. Here you're looking at a motorcycle rider. I'm scared when I'm watching him ride. The first thing I'm saying to myself is, see ya. Hope you had a good life. Bye now. Hope you had a good morning. Yeah, man. When you're doing 150 miles per hour and you're riding a motorcycle and you're swaying in and out between traffic, going around turns, seeing other cars popping off of the horizon very quickly, what's to say one of those guys don't get scared and make a certain turn? That's why I don't do things like that. I may go fast in one area, but there's no way I'm taking the B up to 150, even though I can. And I'm not going to be driving like this lunatic, because I want my life. You guys, just because you have a motorcycle, don't drive it to be crazy. Drive it to show off. Let me tell you what people really do with their motorcycle. They come through the neighborhood. Boom, 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 boom. Yo, what's up, dog? Boom, 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 boom. You know what I'm saying? Get the girls. Can I get on the back? No doubt. Got the extra helmet already on there. Boom, you ride around, get us scared, go a little fast. That's what you do when you're on the regular streets. That's how you do it. You don't be out here, boom, 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 because next thing you know, it's going to be boom, 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 and you're out of there. Flesh and bone against bricks and mortar, foolio. Let's keep on moving forward, double tap that screen and get those likes up. That's why I never bite the dust like that. If I go down, it's going to be doing 15, 20 miles per hour. I respect the road, and I respect it thoroughly. You guys, man, imagine being on a motorcycle and riding like this. Now, I want to know right now, would you do this? Thumbs up if you do it, thumbs down if you won't. I'm watching the comments. Let's go. Now, meanwhile, this is you. You're the one driving right now, you guys. I got to put you on the bike right now. You're on this bike. Yep, Colessive, yes, Jack, Casey, you riding, Keisha, you riding. Don't worry about it. You guys are good at 150. It's just the end of it that don't really work too good. Watch this. Imagine this now. He's going so fast that the front of the bike is lifting up. The B can do this, but I'm not doing it. Now, Louis Baker was caught driving at speeds that reached 178 miles per hour along with his brother-in-law, Jason Wallace, who was riding at his own bike at high speeds before both crashed into cars. Now, just the scary riding parts is all I'm talking about, not the crash parts is us, y'all. My question here is, why? 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 Why did you just do that? Why are you doing that? I can't even see where I'm riding right now and you're still going fast. This is what I'm saying. Like, you don't lift it up right there. Why did you just do that? Why are you in the middle lane? Just questions. Now he's doing 151 with the front lifted. That means that the entire bike is doing 151 miles per hour and the front is lifted up because he let the clutch go. He's doing a wheelie at 151 miles per hour. A whole bunch of smart comments. Could have made the other cars collide. Suicidal, yes. He's asking for it. You see how he's playing right now, Casey? He asking for it. You feel what I'm saying? You do a little. You don't do all that. You don't go between cars, bro. You wilding because you're going to throw people off and make them collide. Watch. Why? On a turn like this? Like, dog, it's not the racetrack. You don't see nothing coming. You don't know what's up there. You don't know what's up there. You see what I'm saying? Now check this out. You guys see that there was no crash, right? Everything is all good until now. Hold on a minute. I can't mess this up for them. Wait a minute. Shortly afterwards, right at the end of it, he thought he was good, and that's when it happens. Boop, bop, bop, ba, bop, ba, bam, boom. Yeah, there we go. It's not worth the risk. Wop, bop, a loo, bop, ba, wop, bam, boom. It's not worth the risk, you guys. So yeah, get out there. You want to ride your motorcycle, drive it respectfully. Respect the road. Have a good time. Drive a little fast, but don't do nothing crazy like that. Let's keep on moving forward. Let's go. Let's keep on moving forward. You guys double tap that screen to get those likes up. That was crazy. Yeah, he probably alive. I don't know. I'm going to keep on checking in on it, but they ain't said yet. Let's keep on going, you guys. We got a husband's chilling 911 call that reveals a case that takes a dramatic turn. You guys, I told you sometimes it's dramatic, sometimes it's something that we can deal with. This one here is pretty severe because his wife lost her life and he was the one that found her. A lot of times people assume that it was the person that found them or a lover's quarrel. That's why the questions are being raised in this situation over here, you guys. Let's go. Let's get on over here and double tap that screen.
From the husband of slain New Jersey mom Brooke Hanlon, who was found stabbed to death in her home over a month ago, with investigators still searching for answers.
I just found my wife. I don't know what's going on. CPR, need CPR instructions.
Okay, she's not breathing or conscious?
Oh my God, there's a left brace minute. Breathe. I don't know, blood. Oh, I need you here. I need you here immediately.
Yes, sir. So she is bleeding and she's not conscious. Is that correct?
No.
Okay.
Oh my God.
Joining us now to react to this is Fox News contributor and former FBI Special Agent Nicole Parker. Nicole, very difficult.
Now, Nicole, we know that you're reporting this story, but after this show, if you could stop with the sun, with the sun lotion and all of that, all the stuff that you're using with the tanning and all of that, we would recommend that, girl, because we serious about cancer over here. So if that's makeup, cool. But if you're getting up into that thing like that constantly to get like this, you might as well ask God to turn you black.
Audio to hear. What is your reaction to what we all just listened to?
It's awful. I mean, this is absolutely tragic. Brooke was a 35-year-old psychotherapist from New Jersey, and she and her husband Connor had been married for 5 years. And Carly, I know that you can appreciate this as a mother. They had one child who will celebrate their first birthday this month without the mother. It's tragic, it's heartbreaking, but I can tell you that the investigators are working very, very hard. Her body remained in the home, and unlike other cases that have been investigated, I know looking back at the Anna Walsh case where a mother, died in her home, but the body was removed. In this instance, the body remained, and that's very critical. That is a crucial piece of evidence. The medical examiner's office came back, and the manner of death was determined to be a homicide. Cause of death was multiple sharp force injuries because she had been stabbed. And I think it's interesting to look at the timing. This occurred on a Saturday afternoon. Around 4:30 p.m. is when they received the 911 call. And that's typically a day that people are not working. And so I think it's interesting to know who was there when this occurred. And I'm very curious, was the baby in the home? And I understand that the baby is now in the care of her family. How did the baby get moved into the care of her family? And I want to know, was this premeditated? There's no person of interest named at this point, but I do think that investigators have a lot that they're working with behind the scenes.
Yeah, this took place in Chester, New Jersey. I grew up in the neighboring town. I went to high school in Chester, so I know this area very well. And the only reason I bring that up is because it's a safe and rural community. Things like this just don't happen in that area of New Jersey. So that makes this even more notable. It's not...
Sad situation right there, you guys. Terrible. Let's double tap that screen and get those likes up. We also want to pray for the loss of life in this situation here, you guys. Terrible situation right there. Want to pray for the family as well as everybody involved in this tragedy. Want to pray that we finally get to the bottom of it and find out what happened to her so that everybody can get some closure in this tragedy. Also for the baby that's not going to have a mother growing up. That's a really hard one right there. So let's put those prayers up, you guys, and show love. Hopefully we get support and they can get some closure when they find out what happened to her. Amen. Let's keep on going, you guys. Now, what really happened to Nolan Wells? That's another question. We haven't been covering that story, but I figure it's only right since we're covering other stories. What happened to Nolan Wells, you guys? You actually know anything about this story right here? If not, let's break into it. Let's see what's going on and what his family is basically saying about him as well, because they're taking this in a very bad way.
I just know I lost my best friend.
This morning, a friend of Nolan Wells, who was with the 18-year-old the day he was last seen alive, is sharing what he says happened during a July 4th boat trip to an isolated barrier island off the...
You remember we were covering this story a few days ago. We actually premiered it. And with this gentleman here had a boat and they were going to an island. His friend said, hey, we're about to leave and go away from this island. We're going back to the mainland. They said he decided to stay. We thought that was skeptical until we get more of the story to find out that he met a girl. He probably wanted to hang out with her. And that's probably why he stayed over at the other part of the island.
The Mississippi Gulf Coast. Trayston Shepard declined to speak with us on camera because he says he and his friends are getting threats.
We did no wrong here, and we don't understand how we're getting so much hate behind it. We all cared and loved Nolan, and nobody wanted to see Nolan die. Nobody wanted to see his life be taken so short.
Shepard addressed this viral video that investigators have been studying. Wells's parents worried it showed their son involved in a confrontation, but Shepard said that's him, not Wells.
That's the video I'm referring to. That's me yelling.
Shepard says he took a boat back from Horn Island in the late afternoon, but Wells stayed behind with a girl he had met.
They met that day, and it was kind of one of those things. It did come off that day that he really did like her, but that was the only time they ever hung out.
Now, if you ever saw Juice, when they approached Bishop and they said, yo, have you seen where Raheem was at? No, I was chilling with this girl. I had a little sweetie, you know what I'm saying? It's a good alibi. Good alibi. Could be the truth. Let's keep on going.
At Horn Island on July 4th.
Investigators believe Wells drowned and say there were no immediate signs of foul play. But there is growing frustration in the community, and his parents are skeptical, telling GMA Wells left his phone behind and they tracked it to one of his friends.
It was showing everywhere the phone had been, like it had, I was like, well, it's showing that he's back on land.
The sheriff said
So why did his friend have his phone? I don't understand that.
the parents have not turned over the phone to investigators. Their lawyers said they will. While the investigation goes on, Trayston Shepard wants the focus on his friend.
I want everybody just to relax and let everybody mourn the loss of Nolan.
You're tired of the chaos we going through today? Want to have some real conversations about fraud, corruption, chaos, and the financial struggles? Come on, you guys, and drop on in the comments at Our Bottom Line. Let's do it. Let's keep on moving, you guys. Let's go.
And let us remember him as in like the sweet guy. I think everybody needs to let the investigation continue and let the facts be shown.
Shepard has spoken with the police guys, and the sheriff told us that both he and all of Wells's friends have been cooperative.
Somebody said his Snapchat has been wiped. Nah, they all lying about him. Wait a minute, 20 black men killed in June the 10th. Wow, we will go together, all coming back together. There you go. That's how I always say it. If we leave together, we coming back together. Daryl, where at? Never heard. Thank you so much, Liberty and Justice. You know how we do it. Either way, they should not have let their friend go. If they go together, you leave together. There you go, Winter. If he was back on land, they beat him in a pool party. Okay, later at night, then took back to the island. Could have been something like that. Why lie? What is the cover up? And this is so sad. And what happened with the phone? Why did his friend have his phone? Let's keep on moving forward, but we definitely want to pray for Nolan in this situation and his family, and that they can get some closure, you guys. We got to get some closure in this situation. He deserves to have some closure, and his family deserves to find out what's happening. Let's pray for a good investigation, and we get to the bottom of this.
We're still waiting on the results of the official autopsy and the independent autopsy the family has ordered, hoping to get the Wells family the answers that they so desperately seek. Guys.
So good to have you.
Definitely foul play. Foul play just because of the fact that he lost his life. Foul play some kind of way. Even if it was the girl had a boyfriend, he found out about him. What is going on here? That's my question. Even if the girl had a boyfriend, he found out, something happened, he slipped or whatever, we need to find out, because that's the last that they deserve to have closure. Yes, that's right, you guys. Let's keep on going. Double tap that screen. Come on, come on. Let's keep on going, you guys. Let's go. And there you go, Colessive. You don't leave your friend. You know, that's girl code. Tell them, Colessive, that's girl code. Y'all don't leave your friends behind. Guys don't know about it because we be like, yo, man, I'm trying to hit this. You know what I'm saying? Yo, I'm going to let y'all go ahead. And that's the reason why a guy would definitely let his boy stay back. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys. We got to get on over to New Jersey. You see it right here where a car booms in Ottawa. That's right, you guys. This neighborhood was rocked. And the police believe that it was some leaking gas that was left inside of the car that caused this explosion. Why? Because the owner of the vehicle is a plumber. They thinking that he may have left something in the back that helped it boom boom.
Or anything to help them out. All right, we continue to follow that breaking news in Newscopter 7 showing us the aftermath of a vehicle explosion in Ottawa, New Jersey.
This is not just an explosion. This thing is mangled.
Jersey. John Del Giorno's overhead with more. John, I mean, just seeing the fence there having damage, it just shows how strong that explosion was.
Pedro, this was a powerful explosion. Now, like you said, you see the extent of damage to the fence, the broken windows, and this car, which is completely obliterated. These are live pictures.
I mean, it looked like it didn't even got no back to it. The whole back is gone. The trunk is gone. There is no trunk of this car. There's no back wheels. There's nothing left.
Pictures from Newscopter 7 in Ottawa. We're on Congressional Lane where this car exploded between 5:30 and 6 o'clock this morning. What we got from the police department is that they think that this vehicle belonged to a local plumber and that there was a leaking explosive gas inside of that car that ignited when the car was started. You could see.
It ignited when the car started. Could you imagine if that was in somebody's parking lot in their garage?
The car exploded. We are told that there was one injury here. Police and fire responded. The fire was extinguished. But now we're also told that buildings department is coming out to take a look at this nearby townhouse. You can see where the windows here are blown out. That fence was sent into the building itself. and there might be some damage on the walls also.
Yeah, you guys, hopefully they're okay. We're giving away some merch today as well. If we can get up to 300 likes, we're going to be giving away 6 Our Bottom Line keychains as well as 6 Our Bottom Line decals. All you guys got to do is double tap that screen and get us up to 300. And also, once we reach the 300, send me your email address, your address to bridgethisllc@gmail.com, and I'll send you guys your merch out. Let's go.
That's why Buildings Department is coming to take a look at that structure. We're live over Totowa. John Del Giorno, Channel 7, Eyewitness News.
I'm talking about no back. I'm surprised that person is still alive. God bless them for still being able to be alive. They're talking about one injury. Man, Lord have mercy. They didn't say life-threatening either. Want to pray for that individual. Why? Because he's lucky to be alive. You guys, lucky to be alive. I want to pray for him as well as his family. And please don't let this be something else more than what they're making it out to be. Because they did say the ignition happened once the car was started. Hopefully it's not any sort of setup. Want to pray for him as well. Thank you guys. I see it too, Brad. I think we're going to reach that 300. We are trying to get that merch today, and I'm not mad at you. We putting it down. We got some good information coming out, but we still got to pray for the people that lost their lives as well. Nobody lost their life, but we want to pray for a 100% recovery. That's what we're going for here, for the person that got hurt. Amen. Let's keep on going, you guys. We got to get on over to the CBS News anchor who reveals a scam that nearly took his life savings. I told you guys, I report news every single day here. That doesn't make me any better than anybody else when it comes down to the possibilities of getting scammed. That's right. I went to go pay a rent check a couple of months ago, come to find out, bing, you didn't pay your rent. What? I know I sent that check. Chase has the app. You can go look at the check. I go look at the check. Somebody's name, totally not even the person that's supposed to get it. Secondly, what else happened? It was cashed in Virginia. Nothing I can do about it. Luckily, when I went to the bank, good fraud department figured it out and said, boom, put the money back on my account. And luckily, I caught it in time. Because the longer you take to catch things like that, you may not be able to get the monetary back, or they'll just get away with it. Because some of the banks, they're really hard when it comes down to refunding. And some of them try to tell you, well, you okayed it, so be very careful out there. Or if you got a check that you're sending out, be careful because they're washing these checks right now, changing the names and changing the prices and depositing these checks in fake accounts that they've stolen. And since they deposit it, they get the money immediately as soon as they go anywhere to get the money out. And if it's under a certain amount, like 10,000, feds, police don't even look at it. So that's why a lot of people are falling victim. Also, why a lot of people are falling victim to welfare and food stamp fraud, because it's under a certain amount of money and they just don't want to go investigate it until it gets really high. Let's get into it, you guys. We got an anchor that reveals a scam that almost took his life savings.
Completely scammed. Got a call about an hour ago from someone claiming to be from fraud protection at my bank. And they said, listen, we suspect that people are trying to illegally withdraw money from your account.
Yeah, okay, anybody could say that. But what is crazy about this, they knew about his account.
This person gave me a name, they gave me a badge ID. They seem to know so much about me, about my bank account. And then they said, listen, we suspect that there is significant fraud activity at the bank branch where you bank. And what we need you to do right now, we went through all the accounts, and we actually had some suspicious activity recently in my daughter's account. And she told me, listen, we think that there are 2 fraudsters at the bank. They go by these aliases.
So now they're trying to convince him to don't even talk to nobody at the bank, because we think that there's 2 fraudsters at the bank. So don't even go tell them nothing. Just get your money out of there, and we'll give you more instructions after this.
The names, and then she said, what we need you to do in order to intercept these fraudsters is to go into the bank and withdraw everything from your bank account, which wasn't that much money at this point, and take it with you so you have it in cash, and that'll trigger the fraudsters into action. That's how we'll be able to catch them. I thought, okay, that's a little weird. Why would you use a regular citizen for something that seems like a law enforcement issue? But I said, okay, and I went in there, and she said, but you can't tell anybody at the bank that this is happening because they might be in on it. And here's a lady walking by who I think might have experienced something similar. So I go to the teller and I start doing the thing, and I'm like, there is no way that this is possibly real, that anybody would use a regular civilian for a sting operation at a bank. And I'm a journalist and I've done scam stories so many times throughout my career, and I came so close to falling for it. Now, the most scary and the dangerous part is that I would have been walking around with thousands of dollars in cash at a place known to those scammers because they directed me to my local bank branch, and I was told that this happens all the time, and then they either rob your car or they rob you. So a very scary experience happening to someone who thinks, at least, that they are savvy. I'm not as savvy as I think I am, and that should be a lesson, I guess, to all of us. You gotta be so careful, and some of these scams are incredibly sophisticated with people who clearly know what they are talking about and speak like they are in the profession. I'm just blown away by how good that person was. I can't get over this. Anyway, I just hope this doesn't happen to you, but beware, these people are out there and they are good.
All right, you guys, I'm telling you, they good. They know how to do what they do to get over to make a buck. It's sad that they don't use that smartness and that intelligence to do something for good. Why can't they do something for good? You get what I'm saying? Let's go, you guys, because you know what time it is. Coming in from Australia, how you doing, Robin? Well, guess what, you guys? It's time for the health and wellness section. That's right, you guys. One of my favorite sections that I got to bring you guys every single day. Hard to find content for it, but you know what? It's a pleasure once I finally do. We concentrate on health, wellness, protection, anything that has to do with cancer, carcinogens, microplastics, anything that has to do with dyes, red 40, whatever colors, anything that's going to hurt our bodies that we concentrate on as well. Also exercising, things that are going to enrich our body, good foods, also anything that has to do with Tai Chi. It's time, you guys. It's time to get it. Good morning. What's up, MOP85? Thank you so much for the $2 super chat. Everybody, show MOP's 85 some love and do the same thing that MOP's doing. Good morning, you guys. Thank you. I'm late, but you're here. You're not late enough for what? The health and wellness section. We got to get into it, you guys. Are you ready? Let's go. Are you guys ready? I got something to introduce to you guys right now. What happens when you stop eating sugar for 30 days? Just wanted to ask you guys, do you think it's a good thing? Do you think it's a bad thing? We're going to get into it right now, you guys. But what happens to your body when you stop eating sugar for 30 days? Right here, you guys, what happens if you stop eating it for 30 days? I've already tried it. I went even further than 30 days, and I actually substituted it now with monk fruit sugar. Boy, do I feel much better. Circulation is much better. Not feeling as much inflammation. That's right, you guys, from the process that they put it through. A lot more inflammation, especially when you're working and you're using certain products that they process certain ways, like granulated sugars and things like that. They promote inflammation, and it's really not good for your body. Also, for diabetics. We're focusing on our diabetics right now, especially when it comes down to this episode. Sugar is really something not good for diabetics. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys. We're going to talk about what happens if you stop eating sugar for 30 days.
Sugar for 30 days. Your body goes through a real, measurable transformation. Here is exactly what happens, week by week. Days 1 to 3, blood sugar and insulin start to stabilize. For many people, this brings the first noticeable drop in constant cravings and hunger. Days 3 to 5 often bring real withdrawal symptoms, headaches, irritability, and...
Because sugar is like a drug and it calls you, and just because when you're eating something, like when you're eating or drinking something, you're used to putting that sugar or that salt or that extra flavoring on it. So it kind of calls out to you, and your taste buds are so used to it, and your body's addicted to it, to be honest with you.
Fatigue are common for some people, as the brain's reward system adjusts to lower sugar intake. This happens because sugar activates the brain's dopamine reward pathway. Reducing added sugar can temporarily change reward signaling while your brain adapts. By the end of week 1, insulin sensitivity may begin improving, especially in people previously consuming a lot of added sugar. Your cells start responding more efficiently to insulin, helping regulate blood sugar. Week 2 often
starting to normalize and regulate the blood sugar where it doesn't have a high count of sugar in it.
Brings steadier energy. Without frequent sugar spikes and crashes, many people report fewer afternoon slumps and more consistent focus. Inflammation marker.
Why is that, you guys? Less afternoon slumps. You know why? Because in the morning, when we have that nasty breakfast that we love so much, all of you guys that like that Dunkin', you know what I'm talking about. The big Dunkin' cup of nothing but sugar, what's that, concentrated crap. They call it a caramel, whatever they want to do. And then they got the nerve to put more whipped cream on top of it. It's up to at least about, I would say about 30 tablespoons of sugar per serving. That's why you crash during lunch or right before lunch, because you're running off of just nothing but sugar and you're burning that up. You don't really have anything good in your stomach that you're eating, that you're feeding off of, like something with fiber, something that actually has some real nutrients in it that's gonna hold you over till lunchtime. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys. So that sugar in the morning with that, how do you want to say it? Let me get a coffee with 4 sugars and a half and half. That's why at 10:30 or at 11 o'clock, you crash, because all of that sugar it's already worked itself out of you and it's already burnt out. And now you're hungry by 11 or 10:30.
May also begin improving around this stage. Diets high in added sugar have been linked to increased inflammation, and reducing added sugar can help lower that burden. Around weeks 2 to 3, some people notice better sleep. More stable blood sugar may help reduce nighttime fluctuations that can interfere with restful sleep. Skin may begin showing visible improvements by weeks 3 to 4. Less added sugar can reduce glycation, the process where excess sugar damages collagen and contributes to skin aging.
Oh, so a lot of sugar damages collagen and adds to skin aging is what you just taught us. Thank you very much for teaching us that.
Your gut microbiome shifts too. Reducing added sugar while eating more fiber can support a healthier balance of gut bacteria over time. By day 30, many people notice steadier energy, fewer sugar cravings, better sleep, and other improvements.
Less sugar cravings is the reward right there. And less sugar cravings, and then you'll be able to tolerate foods that have less sugar in them because you're not overdoing it. And if you change the type of sugar, it's even better.
Some may also see improvements in cholesterol, skin, and metabolic markers. Follow body protocols. Sugar can gradually reshape your brain and body over years. For many people, 30 days of reducing its sugar is enough to experience meaningful changes and build healthier habits. What happens when you...
Okay, you guys, right there. What happens if you stop eating sugar for 30 days? It's just like a D-rug. That's right, you guys. We're already addicted to it. Can't even blame yourself. I used to be addicted to it too. How proud I am now that I'm not. I can actually say, do I want that, or do I really want to put that in my body? I might cheat and go get a cookie or something like that, but now I found ways to go around where I don't have to eat the bad stuff. Sad part about it is that cookie is now $3 or $4. That's right. The vegan cookies and stuff like that that I actually eat cost a little bit more, but I feel the rewards in it. And it feels so much better, you guys. Your food is your medicine. The food that you eat is the medicine. Let's try to have the best medicine and the best foods that we can possibly have. That's all I'm asking. And guess what? It's not even over, because we got some more to get into here. This was what happens if you stop eating sugar for 30 days. That's what that was. But it's too early for us to end. So this will be in our health and wellness section, you guys, like it always is. But we still got some more coming in from Dr. Eric Berg. Come on in, you guys. We already got clearance from this content right here. And why not share it with you guys? We're talking about diabetes. We've been talking about heart. We've been talking about inflammation. I got a buddy in here right now that's dealing with some clogged arteries. And you guys know what I'm talking about, right? Clogged arteries, not a good thing to have. It can promote less blood flow, and that's not a good thing. Blood flow is very important for the brain as well as the rest of the body's arteries to operate. So yes, you guys, we got to get into it. What's the best meal to clear out your arteries? Anybody got any ideas? What are the best meals to clear out your arteries? And then again, how to clean out your arteries and to reduce the risk of heart disease. That's what we've been talking about all week. Heart disease, and it's promoted by what? Diabetes. And what promotes diabetes? Sugar, bad diet. We got to keep it all in the same format, you guys. I stopped drinking pop 10 years ago. That's another one. That's right. That's a good way to get rid of sugars and not have it in your body and reduce the risk of heart disease by stopping and drinking so much sugar. What else did you guys do? I have heard of Dr. Berg. He has a lot of info on YouTube. That's right, he's the man. I know who you're talking about. Let's go. Fatty foods. That's right, Guy and Elsa. Fatty foods, anything that's going to be fat around the heart. Have you guys talked about anything that has to do with working out? Hey, RK69RK. Did you know that watermelon and cucumbers are fantastic? And that's a good fast to have too. I mean, if you want to call that a fast, okay, cool. But watermelon promotes so many vitamins and cucumbers are so good for us. It's really good. What do you got over here? Don't put 93 in your car engine, but put McDonald's in your engine. Okay, let's keep going, you guys. That's a good understanding right there. I got what you're trying to say. You don't put the good stuff in your motor, but you put McDonald's inside of your body. Ooh, drop the bomb on that one, King Fire. Let's keep going. That's right. Monk fruit sugar, you guys. That's right, Winter Rising. Let's go. Monk fruit sugar instead of pure grain or natural sugar. That's right, you guys, or granulated. Let's get into this new video right here we have coming in from the doctor, because it's time to go see the doctor for the health and wellness section. Come on in, you guys. Let's go. We got the best meal to clear out your arteries coming in from our friend, Dr. Eric Berg. Without any further ado, let's see what we got here. I want to know what we need to be eating. My friend Mark Dorfman and Jeffrey Spilker, everybody out here who ever asks questions about arteries and things like that, I got you right here.
Eat to help reduce plaquing in your arteries or even help prevent cardiovascular disease. Now, I've done a lot of videos on what to avoid to prevent heart disease. Today, I'm going to primarily focus on what to eat, okay? But we first have to give you a little background of what is going on behind the scenes as far as cardiovascular disease, and primarily we're going to talk about plaque. Now, what is in plaque?
That's why it's important. Everything that we talked about today when it comes down to sugars, when it comes down to the blood flow, the bloodstream, oxygen and blood flow, all of this promotes a healthy brain and a healthy heart. Please remember positive blood flow, clear valves, and healthy blood flow and clear valves and oxygen help your body to continuously move forward. That's why they tell you to breathe while you're working out. That's why they tell you you need to have a good flow and good arteries clear when it comes to working on to having a good brain fuel, good blood flow and oxygen. Let's get into it, you guys. And as you can see, this is what we're going to be talking about preventing and working backwards against.
Plaque. Plaque is a combination of calcium, protein, and cholesterol. Many times the calcium is the result of biofilms. So what's a biofilm? It's a colony of microbes that these microbes have built these little calcium igloos or shells to protect themselves so they can go underneath the radar. So when you see calcium plaque in the arteries, underneath that plaquing there could be a microbial community. And biofilms tend to accumulate on roughened edges, right? If the arteries were nice and smooth and strong, they probably would never accumulate on the arteries. But the question is what causes them to get stuck on the inside of the artery wall, in your coronary artery, for example? Well, that would be some type of, they call it lesion or...
Like when they say you get a bypass, that's because that artery has got so clogged that they got to put something in there, like a stent, which is a filter that actually goes inside your heart to try to filter the stuff that's coming through. I have a friend right now, he's 73 years old. He has 3 stents in his heart. They say that you only can get up to 4 stents put into your heart before you need open heart surgery. So why am I telling you guys about this story this morning? Do I have to explain to you, or are we really trying to prevent some stuff and look out for each other? Let's double tap that screen and get those likes up for the health and wellness section today, you guys. Let's go.
Oxidation or inflammation or damage from excessive sugar in the diet. It could be you're diabetic, you could be a pre-diabetic, it could come from omega-6 fatty acids, junk foods, alcohol, all sorts of things. So when you see plaquing, you're also going to see this LDL, a very specific kind, the small, dense particle size. And
now you see those plaques that's coming through, they're damaging the artery walls. That's why we don't want that plaque to be inside of our arteries, because it damages the artery walls as it moves.
That's correlated too with a high sugar, high carb diet. And some of this cholesterol in this little package, and that's what the LDL is, it's a protein that carries cholesterol. Cholesterol doesn't exist as cholesterol in the arteries like free floating. It's always in a little shuttle bus. But the cholesterol is coming in the form of Band-Aid with this cement, the calcium. And then also you're going to get fibrous tissue, like a protein cement that kind of mixes in with the calcium and the cholesterol as a Band-Aid. And then you'll see like a thrombus or a clot forming too in that same area. So given that information, what can we do to prevent, slow down, or reverse this situation? All right, there's several things to know about this. One of the controlling vitamins with calcium is vitamin K2. Vitamin K2 drives the calcium into the bone. Without enough K2, calcium tends to develop in the soft tissues of the body, not just your arteries, but also in the joints as well.
You don't want that in the joints because it's worse than inflammation. Calcium in the joints, not a good thing, you guys.
Well, and there's one more point about biofilms. There's some interesting things about biofilms, especially when we're dealing with plaquing in your arteries. There's several studies that I found that links periodontal bacteria, the bacteria in your mouth, this pathogenic bacteria actually ending up in the plaquing in your arteries.
That's right. It's the bacteria in your mouth, because we have hundreds of thousands of different bacteria in our mouths. But why is it winding up inside of the plaque that's inside of the arteries? Why? Because there's a rupture somewhere. Let's go.
I mean, that's interesting because what are these periodontal bacteria, they're pathogenic, they're in your mouth, doing in your heart, okay? Now, you have to realize, like, in the mouth, you have over 700 different species, okay? Not just bacteria, but different types of bacteria in your mouth. And one of the reasons why the bacteria can actually go through the pores, through your gums and into your bloodstream is the same reason why bacteria can leak from your intestines into your bloodstream. That's called bacterial translocation, where bacteria is moving through the wall. They might get bleeding gums. So that allows the microbes to go right through these little holes into your bloodstream. So
bleeding gums, that's microbes as well, can go through your bloodstream. Think about it, you guys. When you have situations like that, it doesn't just go in one direction, it goes in the other direction as well. That's why you got to be sure to be careful about these situations early. When you see little situations happening, I mean, don't be scared to go to the doctor so they can get early prevention, so that, like, you know, you might need to run a couple of tests. If you already know that you have something like certain pains and inflammation in certain parts of your body, you definitely need to go to the doctor, because anything that has to do with arteries, anything that has to do with clogging, the next stage of that is going to be shutting down that artery or shutting down that vessel, that area, the vein, and it's not a good thing. That's when you have a lot of people say that they had to amputate their leg or amputate this because their vessels are just not working as the way that they used to. All things that are derived from eating a lot of sugar, promoted to diabetes, and just taking it even worse. My mom started losing her digits, and if you guys know what the digits are, you know what I'm talking about. She started losing her fingers, my mother, when things like this, when her diabetes started to get so bad.
So high vitamin C foods are definitely necessary for this meal. So foods with large amounts of vitamin C would also be a good thing. Then we have vitamin E, okay? Vitamin E, in relationship to keeping your cardiovascular system intact, is very, very important. First of all, it helps prevent those lesions on the inside of the wall of the artery, called endothelial tissue.
Now, these is important. The lesions on the inside of the arterial wall. That's what promotes the inflammation, and it also promotes damage to the arterial wall. That's that bacteria that can get inside of those the plaque.
When you're low in vitamin E, which is a very powerful antioxidant, you can get a lot of oxidation and inflammation. So vitamin E is very important. Also, it's important in the heart muscle itself, keeping your oxygen high and preventing an actual heart attack.
Keep your oxygen high and your blood flowing. That's how it is, you guys. The brain needs high oxygen and blood flow. The heart, high oxygen, blood flow, and good flow of what's going through it. As far as like the blood needs to be good blood going through there. You don't want to damage the heart with bad blood, with cholesterols and all of this stuff inside of the blood, because it's going to affect the heart after a while, thereby creating situations that lead to possible heart attacks.
So we have vitamin K2, very important, vitamin C, very important, and vitamin E. And the other important thing with the heart, especially to avoid that lesion in the artery, is to keep your omega-6 fatty acids very low and keep your omega-3 very, very high. So a really important thing in this meal should be omega-3 fatty acids, okay? All right, so what should this meal look like? Well, let's start from the top. Omega-3 fatty acids, okay? What food is very, very high in omega-3? And that would be wild-caught salmon. So if you include salmon in this meal, okay, you're going to have a good amount of omega-3 fatty acids, which is going to support the arteries as well as the heart muscle itself. And having enough omega-3 will decrease your inflammation as well.
So what, you see what I'm saying? Like that one food right there covers all aspects, all areas.
In your arteries. And doing that can actually lower blood pressure as well. All right, there's something else that I think is very, very important in preventing and even maybe reversing some of this plaquing in the arteries. This thing has like 7 times the requirements of vitamin C. It also is one of the most microbial dense foods that you can eat, giving you a strong probiotic effect with high levels of lactic acid bacteria.
You guys got any idea what he's talking about? Anybody have any idea what this food is that's actually good for your stomach? And boy, I'm gonna cheat right now because I love y'all. You know, I'm gonna give y'all part of the answer. It's good for your stomach, for your gut. And boy, does it taste good on a hot dog. What is it, you guys? What is it? What is it? What is it? It's a little bit, yeah, I don't want to say the word. Like I said, it's really good on a hot dog with some mustard. What is it? You're close. Say the other word, Audrey. Mix it up. What you gonna call it? When you ferment it, Audrey, go ahead and ferment it. Don't leave it as a cabbage. What are you gonna do with that cabbage? You gotta ferment it in the sauerkraut collective. There you go, Mike. There you go. Why? Because that's good for the gut.
Now let me just kind of discuss lactic acid bacteria. It's not just one bacteria. It's a group of many different types of bacteria that is usually involved in fermentation. And so the food that I'm talking about is sauerkraut, okay? That is a fermented cabbage product. And sauerkraut is loaded with this lactic acid bacteria. And lactic acid bacteria as a standalone thing is very interesting because it can act as an ACE inhibitor to help lower blood pressure. It can inhibit biofilms, which is very, very cool. It can decrease the risk of cardiovascular disease by supporting your gut. There is a huge relationship between a healthy gut with the right microbes and a healthy heart. Also, this lactic acid bacteria can help regulate LDL cholesterol, especially the small, dense particle size LDL. And having enough of this lactic acid bacteria can enhance your production of secondary bile salts, which can help the absorption of more vitamin E.
Y'all got it.
Vitamin D.
Y'all got it.
And vitamin K2. All 3 of those are fat soluble and can greatly support the cardiovascular tissue. And it just so happens that sauerkraut is loaded with vitamin K2.
Sauerkraut loaded with vitamin K2. Good for the gut, good for the microbes, good for that inner lining, you guys. That's right. That's right. It's good for you.
Now, normally vitamin K2 is in like certain hard cheeses, fats, but microbes can also make K2. Just to summarize what sauerkraut is, it's a superfood for the heart.
Hold on a minute. They had the nerve to say superfood. You know we're not going to take that lightly. Superfood. We didn't know that. More hot dogs with sauerkraut and onion for everybody. Come on, y'all. Let's go. What else can you put sauerkraut on? A knish? Let me know. I'm about to go cop me some sauerkraut today. I'm serious.
Is fats, but microbes can also make K2. Just to summarize what sauerkraut is, it's a superfood for the heart. It supports the gut lining to prevent this These microbes are traveling through a leaky gut up into the heart. It has many different diverse types of microbial entities that can greatly help you in many different ways. And then sauerkraut's loaded with vitamin K2 to keep the calcium out of the arteries. It's loaded with vitamin C, like I said before, 7 times the RDA. So that gives you a tremendous amount of vitamin C that can directly inhibit biofilms.
Again, one food giving you 3 or 4 things that's beneficial for your body. This is a cheat for me. I think this is a cheat. Knowing this information right here, loving it. Loving this right here.
As well
a Reuben sandwich.
As an antioxidant in your arteries, preventing these lesions or damage to the wall of the
Or,
arteries.
look. Liberty and Justice said, yo, Audrey, you making me hungry right now.
The biofilms can only stick to an area that's roughened or irritated. So if your arteries are smooth, they can't quite stick to the inside of your arteries to form the plaquing in the first place.
If it has nothing to stick to because your arteries are smooth because it's coated and it's being taken care of, those damn plaques have nothing to stick to. You get what I'm saying, you guys? Ain't got nothing to stick to over here. I'm rubber, you're glue. Whatever bounces off me sticks to you. Let's go. Let's go.
And the last part of this meal is a big arugula salad with several things in it, which I'm going to cover. But arugula, as a vegetable, is a superior salad green compared to regular lettuce because, first of all, it's cruciferous, so it's really good for the liver. It's bitter. It has blood glucose lowering properties. It's loaded with something called DIM.
We got 4 good things about arugula so far, y'all. 4 on arugula.
Which can help lower biofilms directly. It also has fiber to feed the bacteria, and it's also loaded in potassium.
Fiber is good too because fiber actually holds you over and you get something out of real fiber. Arugula.
Which can help keep the arteries softened so your blood pressure can stay normal. And then of course on that salad, I would put extra virgin olive oil, the real stuff.
Yes, please, you guys, be out there. If you're looking at this olive oil, I need you to start looking it up. And I've been asking you guys for a long time to get ChatGPT or get Grok. It's free. Really want you guys to go and get those. When you're going food shopping, all you got to do is talk to the app or take a photo of that section. Ask a basic question. Which one of these are actually real? Because there are a bunch of olive oils out here that are corn oil, that have a little bit of olive oil in it, and because it has a little bit of virgin olive oil in it, they call it olive oil. Be really careful with the olive oils that you're selecting. That's going to be another segment coming up because there are a whole bunch of fake olive oils out here.
Has significant effects on blood pressure. Not to mention it has very powerful anti-inflammatory effects as well. Then I would also add apple cider vinegar, but you can also use balsamic vinaigrette.
Apple cider vinegar is also good for the stomach. It's the same sort of benefits that you're getting from the sauerkraut with the sourness. Same sort of benefits, you guys.
But the acetic acid in the vinegar has many properties to help lowering the risk of cardiovascular disease.
Yep.
It's great for helping regulate your blood sugar. It can help regulate your cholesterol. It can help mobilize your bile salts, and it has anti-inflammatory properties. And
the worst one that I can't stand. I got this little thing going on with my wrist, a little bit of inflammation. So I started drinking the garlic water a lot more. Every day I drink the garlic water now. It's gradually starting to help with certain things. We're not telling you that all of this stuff's gonna work overnight, but when you start putting good things in your body, it definitely starts to help out, and it works against all of the crap that's out here. And build up your immune system, guys. Garlic water actually is another line of your immune system. Don't believe me? Go look 2 episodes before this one. They'll explain everything.
And then if you add sunflower seeds, okay,
which is the strongest seed. I'm telling you guys, you didn't know that. The smallest seed, look it up and see if I'm lying. The sunflower seed has more vitamins and nutrients than any other seed. I had no idea, did not know that. Walnut looked like you could put it in the headlock. You mean to tell me this little seed is more stronger? Okay, cool, let's go.
It can spike more vitamin E. And like I said before, vitamin E is very, very important. Now, the next thing I'm going to talk about is a hard cheese, okay? Hard cheeses are loaded with vitamin K2. And the type of cheese I would recommend is called Parmigiano. Now, I probably did not pronounce that exactly like I should, but the American translation from Italian is Parmesan.
So the Parmesan cheese that you guys are putting on your pizza is actually good for something, you guys, but just have it in another form. And if you appreciate the show right now and you're trying to get some free merch because you've been here for a while and you think that you like to represent, we got 6 keychains coming out to 6 different people after they get to that 300 mark. And we also going to be giving away 6-hour bottom line decals. That's right, you guys, 12 pieces all together. All you got to do is email me at bridgethisllc@gmail.com and let me know where you want your merch sent, you guys, and we'll get it out to you. 300, get your free merch. Let's go.
But apparently there's been a lot of lawsuits involving this topic because apparently Kraft trademarked this English translation from the real Parmesan cheese in Italy because the real Parmigiano version of that cheese is only produced by a collective group of farmers in northern Italy that keep their standards very, very high. And this has been going on since the Middle Ages. It wasn't
We need to go be looking for Parmigiano.
until only fairly recently that Kraft came in there and started to make it. But unfortunately, there's a big difference in how they make it in America versus how they make it in Italy. In Italy, they age it for like 1 to 3 years.
Wow.
Compared to in America, I think they age it for 10 months. And the Kraft's version of this cheese definitely does not have to abide by the same policies and rules and laws that the authentic cheese in Italy has to abide by. And the other thing
Italian Parmesan, you guys, start checking out those artisan shops. And if you could do some homework and find out that you actually have a source to get some Italian Parmesan, go for it. Why not?
to watch out for in this Americanized Parmesan cheese is that sometimes they add this filler of cellulose, okay, which is wood pulp. So what I would recommend is get the authentic.
Just want you guys to know that when I'm going there, that Kraft cheese that you buy in a circle, that Kraft cheese that you buy, the Parmesan cheese, I really want you guys to understand you're eating wood pulp. It's a little bit of smell, scent of the Parmesan cheese and a little bit in there, but that is wood pulp. We got that coming up too. The real Parmesan cheese and what's really in the stuff that's in your refrigerator. That stuff is wood pulp. It's not Parmesan cheese, you guys. Let's go.
Type from Italy and shave it on your salad. I do it every single day. That way you have a delicious cheese that's loaded with vitamin K2 and it's a great amount of protein. There's probiotics in this product and it's an incredible product. I actually went to one of the farms where they create this cheese and I was blown away at what they feed the cows to make sure the microbes are just right. And the soils that they grow the grass on for the cows, they don't get fed grain, it's all grass. And the amount of work that goes in to make this cheese and keep it a really standard process is mind-blowing. And the last thing I'm going to recommend to put on your salad is garlic, okay? You can use powder, you can use actual garlic, you can use fermented garlic, but garlic is great for the heart. It actually can thin the blood. If there's a chance that you are at high risk for clotting, it can help lower your blood pressure. It's antimicrobial, anti-biofilm, and the list goes on and on. All right, so now that you have that information, I think the best, most interesting next video for you to watch would be the one on biofilms in your mouth. Check it out. I put it right here.
Let me get you out of here since you don't know what it is. Get you up out of here. Boom! We don't keep the weeds, you guys. We don't keep weeds in our show. We get rid of everybody that play around, especially when it comes down to serious topics in our health and wellness section. So since you got a problem with figuring out what's going on, you can kick a rock for a block. Got the nerve to come inside of the best segment that we create, talking crap. See ya. Hope you had a good time. Bye now. Let's go. What is this? The best meal to clear out your arteries. Can't get no better than this, you guys. We already found out about the olive oil. We know about the Parmigiano, the good stuff. And what are we going to be doing now? We're going to be focusing on what? Making sure that our bodies have the best nutrients, the best things that we can put inside of it. Because we got to deal with smog. We got to deal with smoke, alcohol, fruits and vegetables that's not real. How about when you want to eat a piece of cake and it's like, I don't know what's in there. all sorts of things that our bodies are processing. That piece of meat that goes through your body processes that. Your body is your temple. Understand something, even when you drink water, your kidney has to filter that. Sometimes you might need a downtime, you might need a breakdown. That's why we do promote. And if you can do it, if you can do intermittent fasting like Miss Swanza does, I think that that'll be a good thing for people. If you start off with a water fast, that would be good too. Because what we're talking about is breaking it down, getting rid of what's in there, and then we're going to build the bodies back up off of nothing but good things. Broths, and then we're going to get back in there with some vegetables, with some of these cheeses and things like that. And then we're going to have a steadier diet to make sure that we're eating the right things. That's what we're going to do, you guys. And if you love the health and wellness section today and the best meal to clear out your arteries by Dr. Eric Berg, let's go ahead and double tap that screen to get those likes up, because you guys almost right there. You're about to get some merch. I got a feeling that you guys may be able to get to the 300 mark today and be able to get yourself some merch. Because what are we doing today? We're giving you guys 6 Our Bottom Line keychains. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, as well as 6 Our Bottom Line decals. If you guys can reach that 300 mark, you're not far. I'm trying to push it to get you guys there. Show's about to end soon, you guys. I hope you're not waiting for it to keep on going for 2-3 hours. People got to get to work. I'm trying to give you guys an extension to get you some merch. I'm trying my best right here. So let's keep on going, you guys. Double tap that screen. Let's get those likes up right now and let everybody know that we're here. We still got to get into this. This here will be in the health and wellness section. We have a Discord. It's called Our Bottom Line. Many more people should join, because this community does not stop here. It keeps on going. That's right. We go over to Discord and we drop every one of these videos in our Discord, so that if you want to go watch it, you definitely can. But if you want to come back and watch the show as well, you can do that too. That makes me happy as well. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys, and double tap that screen to get those likes up. Let's go. We got a situation over here where a stray cat, that's what you're looking at. You're like, yo, what's that on the screen, Boogotti? That's a stray cat that was in the water, jumped on top of a diver's head. Come on, you guys. A stray kitten, a stray baby kitten. You're out diving in the water. All of a sudden, a kitten jumps on your head. I think that's the end of the diving session for today, guys. We got a new baby in the family. That's how I look at it. All week we've been looking out for our babies, all of our kittens. Come on, you guys. Today ain't gonna be no damn different. Check this out. This guy went diving. Check it out. This guy went diving, and a stray cat jumps on a diver's head and steals his heart. Check this out, you guys. I love it. Let's get into it. Double tap that screen to get those likes up. Let's go open up this screen.
I was teaching a master freediving course, and we heard some rustling in the leaves.
Hey, baby. Hey, baby.
Once I saw her jump into the water and towards me, I was like, oh, Lord, let's get over there.
Great. Let's run in that water.
So I started kicking her over there, and she immediately just jumped up onto my head. And that was very, very special to me. From there was just no looking back.
I just saved this guy out of the water, a girl. She swam over to me while I was teaching and climbed on my head on my wetsuit.
Once we got her dried off and I got her into the car, she just kind of jumped up on my lap and was sitting on the steering wheel.
What up?
There wasn't really much of an adjustment period for us. She pretty much demanded, she's like, no, I'm meant to be here. I'm part of this.
You just hear like the little pitter patter of her paws chasing after you. Wherever you go, she's right behind you. And then I'll be laying on the couch or something like that. She just comes up and just curls up in a ball under my chin.
It's really crazy. The week before we found her, I was having a really rough time. We had a tabby cat that we lost, and Nori's personality reminds us a lot of her. Like, we've told everybody, we're so sure that Nani sent her, 100%. She is the most confident, and I think that's an understatement word for her. The first night, I had no fear of going up to our dog or our other 2 cats. They're chunky, happy, lazy boys, and she will let them know, nope, it's playtime right now. Like, I'm in charge, but I'll let you think that you have the upper hand right now. But her and our dog, Anakin, were immediately best friends.
She's wrapped around his face, giving him baths and everything else.
And he really seems to understand the concept that this is a baby. If he puts his mouth around it, it's just the lightest little touch.
Do you like that kitty?
So it's really cute how much they bonded. I think a great lesson that she's teaching us again is fearlessness.
For her to go through what she did, to be out there alone, to see a human and jump into the water, it really blows my mind how tough that little girl is.
And it's honestly, it's just a blessing. I love her for that so much.
We love our animals over here, you guys. Y'all know, special thanks out to Tanner, Kinsey, Anakin, and Nori. Deep Wish Free Diving. That's the name of the company that he's with. Deep Fish Diving. I'm sorry, Deep Wish Free Diving. And we've got the Peter Pack with a D. THEPEDERPACK. Both of those are available on their Instagram pages, you guys. And that's right. That's how we do it around here. You guys want to send you guys off with a beautiful video, something to make you happy, something to make you smile, to start your day off with. Yes, because it's still early. And yes, you know what that means for me. Time to get more trending topics and current events and much, much more ready for tomorrow. That's right, you guys. For what? For Hump Day. Let's do it, you guys. But before that, you know we got to say what? We got to tell you guys, you got to be on the lookout for what? Because we set it up yesterday. The Show Your Talent Search. That's right, you guys. I told you, when you keep on pushing at something and you go for it and you make it an idea, if you keep on going for it, you can make it happen. We've got a new distributor and we've got new stores. We're going to be in 3 different locations coming up very soon. Keep posted right here on Our Bottom Line. We just locked in the deals, you guys, and we're so happy. That's why we left early yesterday. So if you guys want to be a part of the Show Your Talent Search, that's the talent search that we're doing in Manhattan, Bronx, Brooklyn, Queens, and in Staten Island. You guys, all 5 boroughs, plus 1 person from here will be able to come on in and compete. All you got to do is go on over to the website, you guys. No, let me tell you what's going to happen with the Show Your Talent Search first. That's the talent search where 5 people actually get a chance to compete against each other. And you know what's going to happen? Whoever wins, boom, $250. After we get you all together, you're going to compete for $1,000. And you guys know it's going to be sponsored by Big Drip Hard Punch. And I'm your host, BOOGOTTINYC. Also my DJ Don Dada, formerly of Black Ink Crew. And if you guys want to be a part of the talent show, just like Miss Swanza says, if you want to get lit, you got to drink Big Drip. Go on over to the website, www.drinkbigdrip.com. Pick up a 4-pack or just put your email inside the first page slot right there, and we'll keep you posted on where we're going to be at. You guys, myself, DJ Don Dada, many different locations where we're going to be at. Last year, we had people pop in from the show. Casey, Mark Dorfman, had a couple of people pop in. After we finish in New York, yes, we will be coming out to different states as well, because the distributor just happens to have it like that. And I love it, so we're going to be out there in the field doing live content. So even if you can't be a part of the show, you'll still be able to chime in and listen and see what's going on. Show Your Talent Search, especially when it comes down to the talent, seeing what they have to offer, boom, and watching them collect their prizes. And guess what, you guys? Today, fantastic day. I gotta just tell you, I'm so happy that you guys came today for our show. But you know what we gotta do before we get out of here? We gotta get those prayers in the air, you guys. We gotta get those prayers in the air for every single person here that's here this Tuesday morning. Who we praying for this morning, and what are we praying for? We're praying for health. We're praying for respect. We're praying for understanding. Let's pray for pride, and the real type of pride, not that other kind of pride. Pride in understanding and pride in what you're about. Let's pray for our love, as love is always there, and it's one of the most powerful feelings. And I love the way I see people save animals. That's one of the ways that I can say that I love to see love being utilized. I love all the people here, and I'm hoping that you guys have a fantastic and safe day. I want to pray for your health as well as your family members and your animals. Who we praying for this morning? Colessive, Liberty and Justice. Okay, also Miss Swanza, Rebecca Lanyon Bueno chiming in from Grand Rapids, Michigan. Can't forget about Liberty and Justice and Casey Ramos, Miss Swanza, 55 Coffee House, Lisa Roy, Jay Woods, Mary Tanner. Can't forget about Brad Pitbull, Guy and Elsa G-Man. Can't forget about Colessive, Mark. What's that? Marka Gerbner? Okay, Vincenta. That's right, my brother. Thank you for always chiming in. Can't forget about Jay Woods, Justin, Guy, and Elsa. Who else we got in the building this morning? Colessive. Can't forget about Mary Tanner, El Giordano. Okay, Miss Swanza. And did we make it up to the 300? Let me know, because I'll be sending out merch if we did. Justin, got to send out mad love to you. Dustin. Can't forget about Rebecca Lanyon Bueno. And we want to show love to Colessive, Winter Rising, Angels Among Us. Who else we talking about over here? Jordan, Jeffrey, Teddy, Terry, can't forget about Miss Juicy, as well as Miss Johnson and Miss Jackson. Vincenta, who else we talking about? Seagraft, can't forget about King Fire getting that prayer up in the air for CJ the cat. Also want to show massive love for Miss Keisha. Thank you so much for showing love and coming through. Queen Shay, got nothing but love for you. Liberty and Justice, can't forget about Ad Reigns. That's right, El Jadero. I see you calm down today, and I thank you and I appreciate for that. We don't play those other games, and we just try to be real safe around here. We thank you so much for coming and being a part of the family, everybody. Let's show love to everybody. We're not about one race or one thing over here is what I'm trying to say. We love everybody. We don't single anybody out. And guess what? We love you too, Jolena. Love you too. And we love Mary Tanner. We want to pray for Sam Champion, my brother, the hardest working man out there with land and construction, and a damn good, excuse my French, carpenter. Want to show massive love to Colessive, and can't forget about G-Man. Can't forget about Mike. Want to show some love to Miss JKS Juicy and Colessive. And that's what it's going to be this morning, you guys. And thank you so much, because we got 54%, and 54 is half and half on our poll today. Also want to show massive love to who else is last in this building? Okay, King Fire and Colessive. Can't forget about Luigi. 55 Coffee House, Lisa Roy, as well as you too. Amen, you guys. And guess what? We're going to be right back tomorrow, 6 o'clock, right back here for this #1 show that's on YouTube. The #1 show on YouTube as we know it. It's called Our Bottom Line. It comes on at 6 o'clock. And when we get off, that's when you guys can take the mic. Because right about now, when we do this, ain't nobody messing with us. #1 host on YouTube and the #1 co-host and family. I could not do it without you. So tomorrow, y'all do me a favor. I need you to co-host again. Come rock with your boy again as we have another fantastic show of Our Bottom Line right here on YouTube. Trending topics, current events, and much, much more. I can't wait to see you guys at 6 o'clock tomorrow. Hump Day. What is he going to wear? Stick around and find out. Y'all could have went anywhere, but the fact of the matter that y'all came here to hang out with me on the #1 show on YouTube with the #1 family members, I appreciate you guys. Join that Discord. That does not stop. Just because you get off of YouTube and the comments stop, does not mean you can't go join our Discord to keep it going. Y'all heard that alert over there. And again, last but not least, if you guys want to show some love, the Cash App, it's Boogotti Cash. BOOGOTTI Cash. Love you guys. See you in the morning. Y'all could have went anywhere. Fact of the matter that you came here to chill with me, I appreciate you. Get 'em. Peace. See y'all 6